Why, hello everyone, this is Warcraft Daily. This is the thing where I'm yours and you're mine for the next however many minutes it takes to get through the battle for Lordaeron scenario. So, if you're not interested in watching this thing, run away, little girl, run away, because we're going to be playing through this stuff, and I'm going to have Mr. John Bass joining me. No, wait, no, he's not. John Bass is the person that's talking in chat. It's actually going to be Zach from the Nerds Templar joining me. I'm sorry, Zach. I ruined you already, didn't I?
Not really. See, what you did was you got my name mixed up, which is fine. I do that a lot, so I don't take offense to it. And John Bass is a pretty cool guy, so I'm okay with getting confused for him.
He managed to get first comment too, so
he does.
Good for him. What a nerd. He comes in first. See, John, if you wanted to be cool, you would wait till the second comment, then you can be like, yeah, just dropping in. My busy schedule kind of keeps me occupied with stuff, but I noticed that you were on and I thought I'd drop by. That's what you should have done, John. But I want to say hi to everyone else who's swinging in this morning. And like I said, we're gonna be doing the Battle for Lordaeron scenario together. We're gonna be playing through, reacting to stuff. So if you're not interested in watching this thing, go the hell away, please. Don't spoil yourself. Enjoy the experience on your own when the time comes, at your pleasure. And in the meantime, don't talk to anybody. Ever.
And stay off Twitter.
Yeah, stay off of Twitter.
For the love of God, and, stay off Twitter.
Stay off of Twitter. No one uses Facebook anymore. Just avoid everything. So, actually, Zach, where are you at? I want to show off how we look, because we dress for the occasion.
I am at Garrosh's former throne.
You're at Garrosh's thing. Okay, there we go. Hey, what's up, dude? All right, so I look so good. Zach was expressing a little bit of jealousy when it came to the shoulders, right? That's what you were kind of hating.
There were some choice words that would instantly demonetize this if you want to make it about.
Regardless, though, having the Okamar Spalders is still really, really cool. And it's not it does take a little while to farm for all that stuff. You got to get your war thing back up. You got to farm those iron scraps and what have you. And you have the whole setup, it looks like, except for your pants, because you said you didn't like having the little short shorts. Yeah,
the booty shorts, they look really awkward. On Tauren, it's not so bad, but on my orc, it looked like he was a stripper.
Okay. So let's get this thing started, because eventually chat itself is going to spoil us, and then I'll be mad.
That's true.
So let's not do it. So I'll do this part. So, Saravang, what's up, dude? You dishonorable bastard, you. The Alliance moves against the Undercity, seeking retribution for the burning of Teldrassil. We will not allow them to take what is ours, Paladin. And we get some gear. And I got some transmog, yay! Alright, the Alliance has called its banners and marches on the Undercity. Now the war has truly begun. Our mage will send you on your way. Go! See to our defenses and get the civilians to safety. I will join you soon. Loktar, Ogre, Solodian, and Habel.
Do not grow old.
Alright, so we just talked to this lady right here, and I guess we're good to go, right? I think right.
Remember, patience, discipline.
Anyway, real quick real quick hello to the rest of the folks in chat. We're doing Battle for Lordaeron. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to react. We're going to talk smack, and we're going to enter the scenario.
For the Horde. For the Horde.
For the Horde. Yay! 3 cheers for the Horde. Team friendship. Yeah! I don't know. That's not how it works, but... Alright, so we got 20 folks. I was curious as to how big the raids would get. Would it get to would it go to full 40, or is it just 20 people? Looks like 20. And it's interesting that, at least it appears that the Undercity has a much more efficient time with evacuating their people than the folks in Darnassus, even though they had days, according to that book that we were reading yesterday. They had plenty of time to take care of that stuff.
I would suspect that Undercity 2 had time.
Yeah, I'm sure that they had time to. I mean, especially because if you look around, there's like explosives everywhere, absolutely everywhere.
Sylvanas knew what she was gonna do.
Yeah, so like I had a feeling that I don't know. I'm curious if she like even prepared for something like this to happen. Like if the Alliance were going to be like, screw it, they're going to attack anyway. Like fuck Teldrassil, they're just going to attack the Undercity, regardless of whether or not the people in Darnassus were held hostage. And this is despite Anduin's intentions, with him being like, oh, I'm going to choose life. I'm going to choose to not risk the people of Teldrassil. Like, what if Grayman was like, no, fuck that. We're going to light these bitches up.
he would say that too when he's the grumpy. He's like the old grumpy grandpa.
Yeah. But have you read the book? The book stuff yesterday?
I haven't.
You have not. It's good. Dude.
I've heard that. I just started a new job, so that's my excuse.
That's a shitty excuse. Why didn't you just tell them, hey, you know what, job? It's gonna be a bit because I got video game stuff to take care of. There's like internet dragons and some morally gray banshee queen person that I gotta cover. So
it's actually funny you say that because when I got the job, they're like, all right, let's do like your make-believe schedule that's not going to be in the system. It's just when you'll come in until we can get you in the system. And they were like, so what days do you need off? And I was like 13, 14, 15, 16.
Okay.
And the dude looks at me and he knows. You can tell he knows. And it was just really funny.
So I'm sorry about that, Chad. I turned the in-game sound down a little bit. Or actually a lot of it.
I actually muted mine.
Oh, you muted? Well, I wanted to give. I wanted to give stuff for people to hear. Like I muted my outbound.
Oh yeah,
that's all.
No, for sure. It makes
because they wanted to hear our beautiful voices and all that. It's important.
I can't blame them. Except I hate the sound of my own voice.
Me too. I don't know. To this day, I still don't know how I can stand editing myself for like hours out of the day, listening to my dumb cuck voice. Ugh.
And it's funny too because that's the thing no one thinks about when they get into making videos. Nobody thinks about their voice.
There was when I attended like speech classes, we were encouraged or we were forced to record ourselves and then review ourselves afterwards. And when I did that, oh man, awkward, so awkward. And there was a time where I don't like talking about it too much, but I was a public speaker, talking about certain things, and there would be like videos of me. This is before YouTube was really a thing. But
so you were already famous before you were YouTube famous, is what you were saying.
I'll go with infamous, but sure, whatever. but I would look at footage of myself and I'd be like, oh god, I did not like the sound of myself at all. And I'm like bouncing around all enthusiastic on the stage, going yeah, blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh wow, I feel like such a goofball. Yeah, here I am doing this shit all over again.
It's funny how life works out, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Except this time you get to save Forsaken and, kill Alliance dogs.
Well, hey, they're going for innocent civilians. So, we're just trying to defend them. God.
That's true. Honestly, we didn't do anything.
We as players didn't do anything. That's how I see it. Damn, I look good. Look at that. I just want to see Sylvanas like kind of interrupt herself and be like, "Oh, looking good, Blood Elf."
Damn, move aside, Nathanos.
Where's he at? Where's that fucker at?
He'll be here later. So, fun fact: during the beta, any small update they did, I would replay the battle for Lordaeron to see if they added more.
And what have you noticed over time?
It's exactly the same as the last build in the beta. But I was always because it was my first beta and I didn't know they held the cutscenes back. So I was always playing it over again. To try
okay. So Like this scene of running out is of running out through the gates and then just seeing this. I remember when I first saw this. Oh, this shit blew my mind. I was like, oh my god,
Same.
they're all fucking
Feel so
coming.
immersive in it.
Yeah, it feels good. It feels good. Like like you look out there and we're like, oh, we're fucked. Hi, Brill. Hey, Brill. I feel bad that Brill was just annihilated off screen.
Yeah, we're undead gonna get their skeleton mounts now.
Yeah, like, come on, man. Where's the justice? Like, do we need to use a bronze dragon every time that we want to do this stuff?
Listen,
So-
it wasn't Brill that destroyed the tree. Okay.
Yeah, they're just looking for. They're just blindly looking for vengeance. God.
You have no idea what you're up against.
But yeah, more what's ups to people in chat. I know that I'm not doing a very great job of like reading the stuff right now. Right now, I'm just kind of getting lost in the fantasy, the class fantasy of all this madness that's going down.
Oh shit! I never noticed that before.
What's up?
Look on top of the Azurite machine. Anduin's just going.
Oh,
at
he's
it.
just. Oh, he's just. What the fuck?
he's on
Why
top
can't
of it.
Why can't I jump on there? Like freaking
Oh, Greyman's up there too.
Oh, yeah, that's fucked up. How come I can't target them? Hello, I want to be a goddamn hero of the Horde. Why can't I?
Right? We actually want to defend it from the people that are on it.
Where are my mechano hogs so I can jump on there like they did? Like, cause they're treating this thing like
Right.
Flame Leviathan. That's not fair. Let me on. I hope we get to pilot one of these Azurite machines at some point.
I'm sure we will. There's no way they're gonna let that opportunity go unrealized.
Yeah, it's like I want to man a weapon of mass destruction and all that.
If we can make Zappy Boy a meme, we can.
Wait, what did you just say? If we can, you just described a meme.
No, I'm saying he was made a meme.
Isn't he
Like if
still
we
a
can
meme?
do that as players, we can do this.
Oh, okay.
But
So what's this one called, Big Boy?
yeah, no, we can do it. I'll find a way.
Yeah, viral is not my thing. Like I tried Biffa, that didn't work.
I mean, we'll talk to the right people. Notice how
Right
all the
people.
people that make things virals have like British accents.
Well, there are a lot of them, right?
There are.
And to be honest, like anyone that maybe it's racist to me, but anyone that sounds remotely like European, my first thought is, oh, they're English. All right, cool. They might be Eastern European, they might be, or something like that. But
Right.
I feel bad. I just see English and all that.
For the longest time, I had trouble discerning Australian accents from British accents. Little fun fact about me.
Like when I first heard Belluar, I'm like, oh, who's this British cat? And I'm sure
Oh yeah, he's
that
Irish, right?
yeah, he is. But I didn't really acknowledge that until I actually thought about it. I'm like, because I think I was going to talk. I think I was going to talk about Belluar in some video, and I was going to mention something British, and then that's when I thought about it. I was like, wait a minute, no. I need to rethink this, otherwise I'm going to piss people off. This is not good.
All right, there's one gripe I want to make. Let me see if it's still in here.
Is it that the audio's too low?
No. All right, they fixed Sylvanas.
What was wrong with that?
Last time she was like super stiff and like barely moved during this,
Oh yeah,
and
well,
it just looked really awkward.
yeah. I mean, I know like when they first started displaying these, they were like super stiff. They just didn't look right at all, and I didn't expect it to
Right.
look much better either.
Yeah, because it's an in-game cinematic. It's not one of the rendered ones.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see if the skeletons still look goofy though.
I'm sure they do.
Yep. Yes, they do.
Yeah, they still look a little. I still
They
want
look
that shield.
really
though.
out of place.
I still want that shield. All right, where's the blight? I want my thing.
Are you taking the blight?
You damn right. Fucking for
I'm
the
not,
Horde,
dude.
dude.
Hashtag sour fangs horde.
Please. I'm gonna use my
I
divine
do
steed and just
need
go
a
nuts.
gas mask.
Yeah.
I just walked out of there and I was like, ooh. Just a gas mask for me, please.
Yeah,
I like how in the
not here to
midst
mess
of war,
around.
I'm still polite.
And I'm a tank, so I can get through this thing real quick. See that? See this? I'm the fucking spear of the Horde. The green, nasty, poisonous spear of the Horde.
I'm just running up to like the dying soldiers and resurrecting them.
Yeah,
Oh, come
yeah.
on, stop.
You do that, Torin. You do that.
I
I'm still waiting
will.
for my thing to refill,
Oh no,
so I
she
can do stuff
died.
faster. You should wait. Are you rolling as a healer or what?
No, I'm balanced right now, but you know.
Yeah, if you're
I'm
a
a
good
role
boy, you
player.
would,
I
like,
have
heal.
immersion to think about here.
Mm.
Oh, it doesn't matter. We're basically done anyway.
Yeah, well, you know why?
Because you just kept pushing.
Yeah, damn right.
Oh, here we go.
All
First
right.
one. Look at Greymane.
The blight has broken our ranks.
Our assault has been for nothing.
This looks so damn good.
What now?
What now? What the fuck? It's like, oh, I knew that I was needed for this.
Jaina.
She WMD'd the fuck out of those guys.
China! The wall!
Ooh, she looks good in that shot. Oh, that almost looks sexy. And arcane cannon things. Whew. That's good. That looks good.
This now.
Well.
Okay. First off, that's a lot better than I thought it was gonna
That
be.
is a lot creative. I was scared that it was gonna be like one of those half-assed, like the half-assed cutscenes that we've been seeing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, okay, so this broad knew that she was gonna be needed specifically for that purpose, so she brought in like that big old ship. It makes me wonder, like, what's the timeline? It makes me wonder just what is the timeline for when her Warbringer thing takes place.
I would say it's right before this. I would
It-
say
it-
she's
it's gotta
healing
be-
about the burning of Teldrassil.
I think it's got to be something like that, because otherwise it would feel very like, hey, this is a nice coincidence. I come in with a big ass ship ready to blow up a wall and all that.
Can we talk about how Anduin at the very end, when he gets off his horse and draws his sword, looks just like Varian in the Broken Shore?
He suddenly gains a lot of cheekbone, right?
Yes.
His cheekbones suddenly get like super square. It's
He
almost
is
like the wolf
finally
is
Mandarin.
coming out. But I don't know, like that one part where Jaina activates those arcane cannon things. I gotta say, like, I felt a little bit of stirring in my pants. Like, that looked good. That looked really good. I'm definitely gonna find this cutscene and like print it and be like, oh man, look at her. Anyway, I'm sharing too much. That was badass. That was good. That was a really good cutscene.
That was. I remember thinking she was just gonna ram the ship through the wall.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing mostly, and that was like that's what made me think like, oh, that's kind of whipped. But for her to like pilot like a big old WMD like that, it's like, damn, is she like the only person on the planet that can do that? I mean, she shouldn't be, but apparently she is.
I like how they played the Freehold music right as she churned the ship.
I didn't catch that. Damn.
Yeah, it was awesome. Everything about that cutscene was just great.
Yeah, it was good. It was really, really good.
I'm excited to see the finale.
I know. I'm like, let's hurry this shit up. Hurry up, fucking Blizzard.
Right? Like, we're almost done.
Yeah. We're almost done. We're just waiting for these slow ass alliance to.
And I still
make
have,
their way over.
yeah, fucking taking their time.
You know,
Look at these fools on their sabers.
right? Like we just saw like a big
I
old
wonder.
arcane artillery ship blast the crap out of a wall, and now like these little cats are coming in. Like, bitch.
Hey, look at me! I won. I killed Anduin.
Haha. Mondo, we are gonna raid tonight. It's going to be like a grand tour. We're gonna do all the Legion raids. So it's gonna be a chill night. We're just gonna drink, hang out, have fun. It's not gonna be very serious. Like I said, we're just gonna do all the old raids and try to have a good time.
What could it be?
Oh my god.
That's ironic.
You know, a thought that came to mind is that now that we know that it took days for Teldrassil to be not evacuated, where was the Vindicar the whole time? Was it like gassing up or something?
Okay. Let's talk the Vindicar.
Yeah. Just real quick, because I know we're like going off topic. We're like we're going through like this awesome.
Where's the Vindicar here?
Yeah, where is it here? Is it really gassing up? Are they going on like a space cruise? Or
is it retired?
Yeah. I'm like part of me was thinking, and maybe it's because I was at the gym at the time. I'm like, okay, maybe during the events of Teldrassil, I think Lordaeron and Terrelling, they were trying to knock boots. You feel me? Like the Vindicar was shaking, like it was busy. They were trying to see the sights, have a little like second honeymoon sort of deal. I mean, it's been 1,000 years. They want to at least try to relax and
hang out in Mulgore.
Yeah, and bang, because
they would.
Why not? Yeah, why not?
Well, that'd be quite the explosive event, I've been told.
Maybe, but I wonder, like, if they like hold themselves back, like, would that weird reaction between them, would it be like suppressed at some point?
Come in. What?
Cool guests. Alright, this bar needs to fill up faster. I want to get to this cutscene already before I can like look at chat. So what's the plan for Elite's going to do? Group leveling or solo? Mondo, I'm going to be streaming, of course, and I'm going to be in group chat with everybody. But I don't know if I'm going to be doing it with people or not. I'm not going to be racing though. Fiona work, you took off work for 2 weeks. Holy crap, Mondo. Damn. Am I going to do the Alliance side? No, Daryl, I don't. I'm not going to. I don't have an Alliance character that's max level. And even then, I already have an idea of what's going on, unless the cutscenes are totally different. Are they totally different?
There we go. I like how she just hops off.
No, they must not escape.
Oh, we're going to escape. Sorry.
To be
Peace
fair,
out.
yeah. Let me get on this Undercity Plague bet that I shouldn't have yet.
Wait, I thought you do have it at the end of the War of Thorns.
No, you do, but the flavor text says that flies out of the Undercity.
Oh, right. We talked about that.
So I figured might as well just fucking break the lore, because Blizzard did.
Sorry, Fang, you're not worthy of those shoulders. Give them to me.
Those are some pretty dank soldiers.
Mm-hmm. Right, that's right. We are at the end of the scenario. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a quick scenario, but it's so good. Look at him. He hasn't put all his armor back on yet.
I thought he only had like one piece. Like, did he always have two
Cinematic, he had
pieces on?
two.
I forget. Oh, he had two? Okay.
In the cinematic, he did.
He just
An
didn't
old
have
soldier.
time. Yeah, Sourfang. I wonder if that bug is still there. Like, if I go all the way to the door, like, will it automatically end the scenario? I'm not
Don't
gonna-
you dare.
I'm not. I'm not going to. Don't worry. No problem, Mondo.
Perhaps I will raise your broken body to serve me once more.
That's a huge threat.
Perhaps you will have a chance to say.
Well, it's not like she's threatening to kill him, just to raise him afterwards.
That's a threat to him, though. He does that happened to his son.
You are invited to bear witness to the grand finale.
Yeah, grand finale.
I'm RP walking there. I don't even care.
You know, someone's going to trigger it.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. This is it, baby. This is it.
So stoked. All right, here we go.
You abandoned Sauerfang to die out there!
It is the death he wanted. If that troubles you, you're free to join him. Or you can tend to the living. The choice is yours.
For the Horde.
That's not spiteful at all.
You know what must be done. Go, my champion.
I thought I was a champion. Dude, you got blood on that sword. Damn.
Look at you. The boy's playing soldier.
Our king just routed your army!
Muzzle your dog, your majesty.
Sylvanas Windrunner, you have led the Horde to a place without honor. Lordaeron is ours. It's over.
Your father would be so proud. Is that his? You've gotten it all bloody.
Only one of us wanted this war.
You call for peace when it suits you, little lion. But you're quick enough to kill.
I should have killed you when last we met.
How rude, sister. You're a guest in my home.
Your home? You desecrate that throne with your filth! Enough!
You put the torch to Teldrassil. But I failed those who burned. I will not make that mistake again. Surrender. Or die.
You've won nothing.
Whoa. Oh, Jaina's there. On their magic ship. Sheesh. So they had one airship left, huh?
What?
So
Okay. Wow. There's a lot to unpack.
oh man, I don't remember everything like well enough to yeah.
Well, there were
Yeah.
some highlights though. There was the callback to Before the Storm where he goes, only one of us wanted this war.
Go on.
And we finally saw our Banshee form. So, like, I'm pretty stoked about that. But no,
I like the banter. I liked the whole like little lion thing. The whole when the short interactions.
Your father would be so proud.
Yeah, like those little things, like just the throwing that shade. Oh, that felt good. She made her. It's like she purposefully painted herself as, you know, like the whole villain, villain sort of thing. Yeah. And at the same time, it felt like she was stalling for time so that she can detonate the Undercity and try to trap them and all that. But it was good.
That was really good. I'm honestly excited to see what Alliance side is. It's shorter. I know that much. It's shorter.
Oh, so they have a separate cutscene?
They do. I
Fuck!
think what's gonna happen.
Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fucking boost a character right now.
Are you really?
I have a boost available.
Okay. Can I make a recommendation?
Sure.
Do it on Moonguard. Moonguard Alliance so we can play together.
I gotta do it on Moonguard?
It was a suggestion. If you don't want to, you don't have to.
Fine. This is kind of a throwaway character anyway. So Moonguard. All right. Am I going to get access to everything right away if I boost?
Oh, you might have to do the War of Thorns first.
No, but then
you want just YouTube it? Just YouTube it.
No, that's not cool. That is so not cool. I'm gonna see what I have access to. All right.
Well, honestly, I haven't watched it yet, and I can go watch it right now and tell you if it's worth wasting your boost.
I have nothing else that I would use it on.
That's fair.
Like, yeah.
If you make it a gnome, we're not friends anymore.
I am not gonna make it a gnome. I gotta be Alliance though. Fuck, man.
Yeah, this is your first Alliance, isn't it?
No. I made Alliance characters before. I've been a night elf. Oh my god, you know I've been stuff. I know. I've been stuff. What should I make? You know what? Chat, help me. Give me a raise in class. I don't care what. The first thing I see, I'm gonna do it. Except gnome. Just no. Pandaren Rogue. Wait, can I boost the Pandaren?
You can.
Human Paladin. Okay, cool. There we go. Sounds good.
Wow.
Nice and safe. Thanks, Mondo.
Yeah, how's your cornflakes for breakfast taste like? Man. I mean, I
reached max characters on my account. Son of a bitch. See, now I get to... I reach max characters on my account. See, now I get to be one of those people that complain about having too many, you know...
Max.
Yeah, about having max characters
How many
and wanting
level
to
ones
be...
do you have, though?
Too many. Way too many.
Alright, let me see if it's even good. I have a suspicion it's just gonna cut out the scene with, Oh! That's one thing we didn't talk about.
What's that?
Bane. Getting all pissy.
Oh yeah, I mean he's obvious. Well, just like Sourfang, he's obviously like not down for what's going on. You know, the things that Sylvanas is doing in order to win. At the same time, though, this is defense of your house. Like, if your back's to the wall, what are you gonna do? Oh, right. We're all about to die, but you know what? I might as well die honorably. Or would you rather like live? You know, I mean, you know what? I'm probably going to like meme it and just say, and just kind of quote Zakan and just say, "Live another day," and just keep saying that just to see if it pisses people off. Oh.
I really did like, because if you watch the epilogue cinematic where Bane gives that speech, he's super enthusiastic about the Horde, and he just gave us the most sarcastic, begrudged for the Horde.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. honestly, a few patches down the line, I could see him being like, Anduin, we're buddies. Let's stop this.
Alright, let's boost.
Yeah, let me know if you get it right away. I'll play Alliance side with you. That's not a problem.
How weird, like if I boost, I have to be ret at first. That's kind of goofy.
Yeah, it's stupid. They do it for trials too. You make a trial character.
Okay, so so Moonguard. I'm gonna boost the character here. And great.
Now you can join me and John for our RP streams.
Oh boy. I don't know, man. I don't even plan on putting anything on my bar, so I'm just gonna sit here like a dumbass and like watch it all unfold.
And just go.
Yeah. Well,
You're just gonna make me do the heavy lifting.
What about the other 18 people that are hanging out with us? Why don't they do some work?
They're all also people that just boosted that don't have anything on their action bars.
Well, let's just hope that there are more like people that are actually playing and less people like me. Oh my god, there's add-on gore. Ah! Oh god, everything needs to go away.
Switch to an alliance too.
Oh, I gotta go through the trial shit too? Can I skip this?
Yeah, just use your Hearthstone.
Thank you.
A lot of role players make trials so they can get cool mugs to RP with temporarily.
All right, thank you, chat, and to Zach. I'm like, I want to do this trial stuff. You crazy? All right, only one button matters, and that is,
It's a judgment.
No, man, freaking my mount.
Oh, that's right. You chose a paladin. I'll go paladin.
Yeah.
Let's see if it lets me just dive straight in, or if I have to do the War of Thorns.
I know, I'll be sad. I'll be like, okay, great. So I guess I did waste the boost for like nothing. Oh, damn it! I ran into the Horde freaking teleporting. Yeah.
I do the opposite. When I'm on my Tauren, I'll go to the Alliance side more times than not.
Mm-hmm.
Apologies for the insistence, but we must speak immediately.
Alright, Stormwind.
I like
Stormwind,
what
right?
Mando said. Just do like people do in LFR and sit around like you're new.
I am new. I've never done this before, ever. Okay, at least in my auto run. At least some of my other things work. Okay, so what does this having me do?
Man, there's some Moonguard hate going on in the chat.
Oh, is there?
Oh yeah, you'll get herpes. True quote.
All right, so let's see.
Which explains this burning itch.
Yeah. Let's keep hand of. What's the hand of fate? Oh god, that's going to Argus. Okay, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, you can skip that. I think you have to go to Stormwind.
Yeah, I'm in Stormwind right now, but I think I'm getting like the War of Thorns starter quest. So I'll see like what happens when I like try to skip stuff. Oh, there's so he's talking.
See, Chris
so many
Brown
times.
gets it. He has characters on Horde and Alliance Moonguard, and not every Moonguard player is in the ERP.
Well, good for them. So what are they doing there?
Not doing ERP.
Ah,
There's actually a massive roleplay event going on right now that lasts like a week. Has like
Jesus.
1,000 people a night
damn. That's
just walking
that's a
around the
lot.
Argent tournament grounds.
Alright, so how do I skip this? Can I skip this? I thought I'd be able to skip this.
Alright, so that's the short-lived piece, right?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I don't want to do the whole War of Thorns. Like, how do I skip it? Or is it like locked by faction? Because that would be very doo-doo. Zach, help!
I've skipped it. I'm going to Stormwind right now. Give me a second. As you can imagine, everyone and their mother's going to Stormwind right now. Oh my god, mount people. Stop. Everyone's on their mount. I can't click the portal.
Some people are saying that I am gonna have to do it. That's bum diggity. So I guess I did waste my boost. Yeah, oh well.
To YouTube.
I guess so. That's what I had to do.
I'll tell you what. Do you want to watch it together and we'll talk about it?
All right. Yeah. Let me try to identify it.
Wowhead has a page on.
All right.
Let me.
Well, I'm gonna find the link and then
Yeah, send it over to me if you could.
Let's see.
Just so I know we're watching the same video.
I'm trying to see like if there are other versions of it. Okay, there's an Alliance version. Cool.
Cool.
Alright, I'll link it to you, but I'm gonna download mine. Where is it?
Now, why would you do that?
That's what cool people do. Come on, man.
That's true.
What's going on, Mondo?
All right.
I'm still
No
downloading
spoiler.
it. Just give me a bit.
No, I just wanted to like check to see if we were just gonna watch the part where they walk in onwards, like in the Horde cinematic.
I'll watch the whole thing. Like it's 2 minutes 54 seconds according to this thing. So
yeah, it's not hard. I'm too gonna download it if that's what the cool kids do. Lord knows it'll be in the video at some point.
all right.
Probably get copyright stricken for that one too.
It's on the stream, so I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal.
Oh no, I like to make when I do my videos on the cutscenes, I like to just have the cutscene going in the background.
Ah.
Some call it lazy. I call it that's the only way I know how to present it.
Well, now that I have a freaking Alliance character on Moonguard, then I guess I can goof around with you dudes every now and then. Every now and then.
Well, that means like every day.
Oh God. Okay,
I'm
that's
hustling.
that's much, man. That's way too much.
I know. We gotta ease you in. We'll start off like once a month. Go to a bar, you'll see some RP.
I mean, I'll go there and like stand there and be like, "Oh my God!" What? I think I did
While
that
you
on a
do
stream
yoga?
one time. Yeah, while I do yoga. I still need. I'm so behind on work, dude. You understand? I'm like ridiculously behind on stuff. There's like the fake trailer that I want to do, and there's a prep. Prepare for an expansion launch kind of video that I want to do. It's kind of like a ritualistic thing at this point.
I'm trying to debate if I want to do a BFA stream.
I'm definitely going to do it. If anything, people on chat should know right now that I am going to do a stream. It's not going to be on YouTube. It's more than likely going to be on Twitch, because I will definitely need music to keep myself sane during the course of that stream. But it's going to be a long.
Yes.
Obviously, it's going to be a long ass stream. I'm going to be leveling from 110 to 120. Y'all can join me while you're leveling too, since we're all going to be starting at the same time, and we might have a little bit of fun. So, how's that download looking, Zach?
Oh, mine took like 3 seconds. I've had it on 000 for like a minute and a half.
Oh, okay, so we'll let's get to watching then. Give me one
You
second.
do the countdown, your stream.
All right, hold up. I just have to turn off like in-game sounds and all that.
Yeah, no, I have mine set to where if I click off of it, it just shuts all the sound off.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, that's it? That's the only difference.
Look at you. The boy's playing soldier.
Our king just routed your army.
Muzzle your dog, Your Majesty.
Sylvanas Windrunner, you have led the Horde to a place without honor. Lordaeron is ours. It's over.
Your father would be so proud. Is that his? You've gotten it all bloody.
Only one of us wanted this war.
You call for peace when it suits you, little lion. But you're quick enough to kill.
I should have killed you when last we met.
How rude, sister. You're a guest in my home.
Your home? You desecrate that throne with your filth! Enough!
You put the torch to Teldrassil. But I failed those who burned. I will not make that mistake again. Surrender. Or die.
You've won nothing.
Hold on!
So not entirely different.
No, just like the intro. Oh, apparently the green screen was messing with the video. That's pretty sweet.
The what?
My green screen was messing with the with the video. That's kind of cool.
Well, that's okay. There is one thing we didn't talk about when we watched the Horde version that I really like.
What's that?
It's when Anduin says you may have put the torch to Teldrassil, but it was I who failed those who burned.
Yeah, go on.
I really like how he's saying she did it. She's the bad guy, but he is also to blame.
Right. It's the whole responsibility as king and all that. He was the one who authorized the the marching orders. You know, when because I know you didn't read the book, but you know well enough that the Alliance thought that the Horde were going to Silith this, and it turns out that they weren't. Anduin was the one who executed on the order to, yes, go ahead and start marching folks down to there. So he's the one that made the bad call there. Not so much the bad call, but he's the one who was fooled.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad call. It made sense.
He made the right call based on the information that he had. The information was bad, but it's not necessarily because the information was poorly received. It's just that they were fooled. So I'm going to the Undercity.
Ooh, that's a solid idea.
Yeah.
I also like how when she downplays Anduin, not calling him king.
Little lion.
Greymane just goes, our king just routed your army. Yeah, it's like, way to give him props, Greymane.
Yeah, I mean, like, Sylvanas was pretty much playing them the way I see it. Like, she knew that she was going to incur these losses, but she wanted to make the Alliance bleed for it the whole way through. And I think that they reasonably succeeded at doing that. Meanwhile, though, man, this place just this place is trashed. I'm taking a look right now, and yep, things ain't looking so good. I'm still gonna call this like an overflowing toilet. That's
It is.
That's my call.
Undercity has a huge sewer. Well, it did.
Mm-hmm. And now it's all kind of coming out.
It's
at
all a
this point.
sewer. I really like the small mannerisms they did. Taryn Gregory did a phenomenal job. The cinematic team did.
The scripting was good. Just like those little inferences, like the little lines that they had. A little interesting that Jaina didn't have any speaking lines in that last cinematic.
So speaking of Jaina, Sylvanas would have killed them all. She would have effectively destroyed the Alliance leadership.
Yeah, if
Jaina
it wasn't
not been there.
Yeah, if Jaina wasn't there, then they all would have died. So a lot of credit goes to her for that one. But although the Alliance, I wonder if the Alliance knew that Jaina was going to show up at the time that she did.
Well, no, because when she's coming in, Greymane is like, "What now?" When all that smoke and magic and stuff's going on. So I think he thought it was another Horde trick.
Okay. At the same time, I don't know. It feels like too much credit is going to Jaina for that one, and yet she doesn't have any sort of speaking role at all, which is kind of doo-doo.
Well, I think it's because does she have a personal storyline with Sylvanas?
Not that I know of.
So I could see where it makes sense. Yes, Greymane deserves some lines.
Yeah,
Illyria deserves some lines.
Yeah, they got beef. Sylvanas says, or I'm sorry, Jaina says nothing. Well, look, guys, it's not a big deal. It's just something that I'm pointing out. Man, these blighted soldiers are kind of tough. See, what other blighted soldiers are we seeing here? So I see a gnome. That's cute. One that looks like a some humanoid. I'm trying to look for like others. I'm trying to look for a horde risen. Let's try to find them. Oh, but yeah, this is good. Today's fun. I'm having fun. Oh god, it's killing me. Wow, this blight is not messing around at all. Like, wow. Okay. Whoops. Let me, yeah. Alright, so the blight is more potent than I thought it was going to be from the... Oh, how interesting. There's a lions here, too. I guess they're celebrating.
Not much to celebrate.
No.
Also, did they forget that Sylvanas is a banshee?
No. But at the same time, I'm like, man, this bitch can fly like pretty handily. And I just got shot down over the Undercity. That's not good.
Oh, so you're in the plague?
Yeah. So I think I'm like totally fucked.
I really hope they give us a toy at some point that's like a gas mask.
Ooh, that would be cool. I mean, I know that we have like little plague-like things that we can throw down. But yeah, that bitch can fly. That's not fair. She didn't do that previously. That's quite efficient of her.
It is. It seems like a tool in her kit that should be utilized more often.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it causes like, I don't know, unnecessary stress on her humanoid body or something like that.
It could. She does always scream.
That's another thing that I'm a little bit surprised about, that she just didn't use her Banshee Scream to also like totally cripple everyone that was inside too. I mean, you think about it, you use the Banshee Scream indoors with stone walls and all that. You figure that would like super enhance the problem that anyone in there would be in. Like, right. They would get fucked. All right, how can I get out of here without dying? I don't think I can. That was really well done,
and the Horde got a longer cinematic with more like details.
They got a little bit because of the whole interaction between Sylvanas and Bane and Nathanos. So they needed to get those interactions out of the way before the actual meeting started.
Yeah, which I liked. I liked that they took the time to do that. Yeah. I like how now they're going more for what makes sense narratively rather than All right, Horde and Alliance both get 3 minutes on the dot. Do what you can.
I wonder, like, with regards to Jaina, because I see some folks in the comments talking about it. I wonder if Jaina raising the ship is somewhat kind of like a cool Taras thing, like a Tide Sage sort of dealy. Because otherwise, shoot, why doesn't everyone just raise up their own ships and start flying them around all crazy like?
So I want to stress this. Jaina's probably one of, if not the most powerful mage on Azeroth.
Probably.
I feel like if her and Khadgar got in a fight, she could win. There's a reason she led the Council of the Six. And she's dating / banging a blue dragon who is the aspect of magic.
Okay, that goes into like totally not safe for work territory with regards to what is making her stronger. But
no, I'm just saying, like,
so I'm gonna go there. but that does
it relates.
I don't know if that adds much though. I don't know if her going out with a blue dragon adds like anything directly other than Calico's being like, hey, here's this awesome book on like super forbidden magic shit that no one should be able to read. But you know what? You're my girl, so right. I got you.
Here you go. I'm gonna leave the room as I break the laws of my people.
Yeah.
But no, in the legendary quest line for the staff, Caligos actually imbues you with more power. So I could see him doing that. But that's totally like not where I was going with this conversation.
I think Khadgar can still whoop her ass, to be honest.
Wouldn't that be a fight to see?
I think it'd be a fight. Absolutely. I think that it would be a fight to see. I don't think it would be totally one-sided, but I do think that Khadgar would overpower her. I think he just straight up has the experience. He's lived longer.
Not only that, he's more practical. He's not gonna raise a ship.
Yeah, he's just gonna blast the crap. He would just be like, "Oh, wall," and just like blow it the heck up. I mean, that's what he did in the Warlords intro. Like he saw a dam, he's like, I should do something about this dam, and so he just takes all 3 schools of magic, smashes it all together, and throws it at that wall and blows it up. Yeah,
because those magics aren't meant to work together. It's volatile.
So he made it work to his own end. So that's why I think ultimately Khadgar would like win, so to speak. Damn, there's no way back from the Undercity, or from here. I can't just warp back anymore. Pity. I wonder if I try to warp back to Silvermoon. I don't think that works. I think that warp is like busted at this point.
I would say all of that stuff is gone.
Yeah.
I wonder if you're in Silvermoon though, if it would work.
I remember way back in the beta, I warped to it doesn't look like I can click it. I warped to Silvermoon, and then I went to the Undercity, and like I just died as soon as I spawned. I was like, oh, this is not good. Yeah.
No, that was really good. I that was well worth the wait.
Okay, I'm probably gonna die again. I knocked a bunch of people off, which was a lot of fun, but I'm not gonna live. Oh, Alliance.
Hashtag Alliance.
I think I got like 1 or 2 honor kills from that. I didn't even quite realize that fall damage killing someone would give you like full honor credit. So that felt pretty good.
Oh yeah, man. I suck at PvP. That's how I get my honor levels. I typhoon people.
Yeah. I mean that's the glory of being a paladin these days. It's like, oh, I can knock people back. That's pretty pleasant. I like that.
Back in Wrath of the Lich King, I would do 5v5 arenas. And it would be all Boomkin Druids on my team, and we would just Starfall immediately.
Oh yeah.
So they just die because no one expects 5 Starfalls to hit you at the same time.
I remember the days of Alliance trying to get into shoot, what's a Thunder Bluff, and there'd be like someone up there just ready to knock them all off of those elevators as soon as people would would try to get up there. It's like, nope, not to. Or the days in Wrath of the Lich King's Naxxramas, where people would be camping the Summon Stone and people would be typhooning or thunderstorming people off of that too. That was a big thing. I wonder if I can even get to my body.
That's really funny.
Can I get to my body? Because it looks like Alliance are like just totally like owning the place, and yet they're like all dying to own the place. Because I just saw someone die right now.
That's our city now. It may be messed up, but we'll take it.
I guess they're like, yeah, this is our city, and they're all, they're leaving their mark with their corpses. That's what they're doing.
Is it bad that I hope that ship is the new Vindicar?
That'd be kind of cool. But I'm still wondering where the hell's the Vindicar? It's like, hey, that's great that Jaina came in to save the day, but you know, the Vindicar could have swooped in too. Zap, 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 motherfucker.
Where's Turallion, really?
Yeah, where's Turallion? Is he like, no, this is a super dishonorable war. I will not participate in this.
The only thing I could possibly think of was he was getting ready to go to war, and Illyria was like, no, this is my sister.
I think he was I think the Vindicar was gassing out.
I like that answer. It was out of light that it had to recharge.
It needed to sit in high orbit for a little bit to get a recharge from from the sun, and that was it. Yeah,
listen, people are still raiding in Taurus. It needed to be up there for those people.
No, but then Antorus is gone at this point. Remember,
I was just being funny because people are still raiding in Taurus.
Oh, that's true.
And you end the raid on there.
Man, this is it. This is the last week.
Yeah, it's rough. I don't know what to do.
Do you have anything left? Anything on your little bucket list and all that?
No, it's just wait. Do the regular reset stuff like old raids and stuff.
Yeah, that's the plan tonight. See, it's funny seeing the Alliance flying around here, and I think of some early speculation from the beginning, from the opening screen, where you see like birds or what look like dragons that are flying above the Undercity. Yes. I figured it out. It's not. It's Alliance. It's Alliance that are hovering over it. That are like, we're fucking trying to find little stragglers of the Horde, motherfuckers. That's it. We solved it, guys. This is it.
We did it.
Yeah, because I was looking up just a minute ago, and then like there's a couple dudes on dragons and griffins just flying around, just camping the place, looking for trouble.
Take that, speculation, video makers.
It's not even speculation; it's fact now. We've seen it. See, I can see him right now. There's a dude, freaking human warrior on a griffin, flying around. There's a person on a dragon, and there's another person. Mm-hmm. So now we know.
Is it? I also wish they would take out the bronze dragons.
I take it like kill them.
No, so somewhere in Tearsful Glades and somewhere in Dark Shore, there's bronze dragons that go back to the way things were before.
I think there's no way out of here for me.
I
can't mount.
I just wish that they would make this more permanent. Then, all right, if you really want to go back to Undercity, talk to this guy.
But then you do.
Yeah, but it feels like we haven't lost anything because we can just go back anytime.
Well, I think it would be too big of a disconnect if like you totally lost it and you lost all the anemones that came from it. So, such as old quests or things like that where you have to like talk to a certain person or picking up a quest in a place that you otherwise can't access anymore, and that would be kind of messed up. Someone's asking, yeah, Mondo, we start BFA on US side. We started at 3 p.m. Pacific, and then whatever your time zone is, like then you just adjust it. Let's see.
I know France, it starts at like midnight.
Yeah, I believe France is like considered like the center of the planet. So, go French. Yep. You're like you're the most important ones of all. Wow. Dalaran is like deserted.
Everyone's
There's-
in Lordaeron, dude.
Yeah, people are hanging out in other Lordaeron. Let me check out O Grimmer and see if people are hanging out. It's over here too.
Oh god, it's already 12:30.
Oh yeah, it is. It's cool.
Mr. 9:30.
Whatever.
You and your morning.
This is the morning show. So
That's true. Normally you switch over to Twitch by now, don't you?
well, yeah, but you know, this was like a long thing, and I wanted to make
Yeah.
sure that that we captured everything all in one go.
No, that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, I don't want to be like, hey, you know, here I am with Zach, we're gonna hang out, and then like a little bit later, okay, we're done. I'll see you on
Halfway
Twitch.
through the
Bye.
battle for Lordaeron. Peace. See you on Twitch. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is gonna do it for me. I have other things I must attend to. In
Very cool, man.
preparation.
So, well, thank you for joining me for the fun and the reactions and the little bits of shenanigans that we're able to enjoy.
Oh, thank you for having me and letting me be able to once again go on Twitter fear free.
Yes, we can actually like take a look at the spoilers. I don't know. Are you gonna do like a reaction for like the cinematics themselves? I don't know if I want to do like a separate thing or if I just want to save it for Friday.
So I'm not gonna do one for Alliance and for Horde because it's stupid.
I agree.
I'm gonna do the Horde one, obviously, because it has more. And I'll probably mention something like, "Oh, and the Alliance side, you get to walk up and see the former kingdom that your father once loved," or some nonsense. But
It's like,
I'll
there's
probably
your
do
prize.
react. I'll do like a review and react type of deal.
Yeah,
Like I did
I'll probably
for
talk about it
Warbringer.
on Friday or something. I'll just save it for that. That way I get something
There'll
to talk
be no
about on Friday.
shortage. There'll be no shortage. Don't you worry. If you want a reaction to these cutscenes, there's probably 24 different YouTubers uploading them right now.
Yeah, so it can wait. No need to saturate more than it already is.
When do you think we're gonna get the Ashara Warbringer?
I would have
Should be before.
I actually thought it was gonna be coming
I thought
yesterday. Yeah, I thought it was gonna come yesterday. I don't imagine that it should come today because people are still gonna be coming in with this. I mean, for all we know, we might get it like the day before the day before launch. It could come at any time, and I see no problem with it because Ashara's story feels, at least at the moment, unless there's like some sort of direct connection with anything that we're going to see in game right now,
It would
they
feel
can-
disconnected.
yeah. So they can deploy it anytime they feel like, and it wouldn't be a thing.
I could see them doing it launch day. Truth be told,
I think we'll be busy launch day.
it's hitting upload. How hard is that?
Actually, I don't even think it's hitting upload. I think it's hit to set to visible. I think
Yeah.
that's what it is right now. But
Yeah, YouTube's already got it. It's just waiting.
yeah. So I'm pretty sure that it's going to be. I think it's going to be before launch, but anytime they feel like they can do it. I mean, hell, they released the Sarfang cinematic at kind of an awkward time, and I know it's because of the China E3 event that was going on that day.
I didn't know they had that.
Yeah. China has like their own sort of E3, which is amazing. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that China had that big of an industry with gaming that they can do something like that now. But they did it. So they can do it anytime they want, guiltlessly.
Right.
I don't think it's going to be a big thing.
I'm gonna go to bed tonight. Wake up 2 hours later. Wowhead's like, new Ashara Warbringer. And it's like, all right.
Yep, time
Get
to
my
get to work. Time to get to work. Anyway, let me go ahead and let you go.
All right. Have a good one, everyone. Be cool. I'm not gonna say stay breezy, but I just
That's my thing, dang it. It's my thing.
I know. Stay classy is my thing. So stay classy.
Fair enough, dude. Thanks again for coming, man. I'll see you later.
Anytime. Have a wonderful day.
So that, folks, was Zach the Nerds Templar joining me for the reactions of the Battle for Lordaeron scenario, and it was good. I had fun. There was a lot to glean, not too much to learn, but we do once again have just one more bullet point to emphasize the conflict between the Horde and Alliance. And now we have a big old overflowing toilet in Tirisfal Glades that I guess we call the Undercity. Yeah, I was recording. That's why we're talking. Hey, hey, hey. But that was a thing, and it was fun. I hope everyone had I hope all of us had a good time watching. Or if you guys are playing through it yourself, or if you've done so, cool. Let's see. The Alliance Center had more encounters on the side. Any world quest near Undercity? No, there were no quests or anything like that in the Undercity. So as far as we know, like timeline wise, it's, you know, we have 1 week. It's going to be 1 week of this and folks reacting to it, and then next week this is it. This is, yeah, there's nothing left, homies. This is most definitely the end of World of Warcraft Legion. You know, we are firmly set. You know, the stage is set to open up the Battle for Azeroth expansion. And as far as I recall, if you stand actually anywhere, I think yeah, I think you can start anywhere. But Battle for Azeroth is going to start here in Orgrimmar. You're going to be talking with Sylvanas. Things are going to happen. I believe, off the top of my head, on the Alliance side, it's going to start in Stormwind. So park your characters there. Get them ready. Get your supplies together. Whatever last minute affairs that you have to get taken care of, start doing that, because 7 days, 6 days. Yeah, 6 days remain until launch time. Woo. Alright, can't wait for the rest of the Horde leaders to realize Sylvanas was right all along, says Scoreballs. It's going to be interesting because we're seeing so much different back and forth as to, like, not exactly who's right and who's wrong, because there are characters that are clearly doing bad things, but it's more like who is going to prevail in the end. Who's going to come out on top? Because the war just started. Obviously, both the Horde and Alliance, they have bloody lips. There are losses on both sides, and it remains to be seen who's going to come out on top, or if anything, in the aftermath, how much are the Horde and Alliance going to lose? Because we know that this is still a video game, and in the end, there more than likely isn't going to be a clear winner, as in, you know, the Horde aren't going to all be put into internment camps, and not all the Alliance are going to suddenly become undead in the next expansion or something like that. Nothing extreme of that level is going to happen, but we are going to see a lot of back and forth. And it makes me revisit the ideas of what's gonna it makes me want to revisit the ideas of what's going to happen. And I guess because I'm already so far into it, I'm just going to hang out here today. I'm not going to go to Twitch today. It makes me want to explore the idea of just what other big losses or setups are we going to see from the Horde and Alliance that are going that are going to lead into more atrocities and more just awful things that will happen to folks in WoW. So, like, for example, Talia, a potential future queen to stand at Anduin's side. What if during the course of Battle for Azeroth she's killed? That would be, like, really awful. Alliance players and the Alliance characters here in game, they would be incensed. They would be pissed off as all hell. Meanwhile, the Horde might be like, who is this person that we just stabbed in the chest? Oh, she's royalty? We didn't know that. Whatever. Or Zakan, or Zappy Boy, as many people like to refer to him. What if he's just being set up to die? How pissed off are Horde players going to be seeing something happen that leads someone from the Alliance to kill him? I'm sure Horde players would be pissed off at that too. So I have a feeling that before a big bad appears that leads the Horde and Alliance to kind of unite to take care of this problem, there's going to be a continued back and forth. This is just the beginning. Teldrassil was just one thing. Undercity is just another thing. I think we're gonna see more, and it's gonna be like a big fuck you to people that aren't into this sort of back and forth. But like I said in last night's video, I'm sold on the story. I like that there are extreme things that are happening and that Blizzard isn't pussyfooting the story, at least as it is right now. There are clear consequences. There are clear lines and distinctions between the motivations of these characters. Sylvanas is paying herself to be a pretty hardcore villain, but it still sort of remains to be seen just how the Alliance is reacting to it. How are they going to change in this new landscape that Sylvanas is kind of defining for them? Are they going to play her game? Are they going to try to take the high road? Do they even have a choice? And I think that's cool. I think those are cool ideas that we're going to be exploring. Let's see, that's a bug with the water levels. It's not supposed to be like that. Some people think of data mine Warfront that Mulgar will be flooded. Scoreballs, there are many instances. It's pretty easy to create either a sandbox where you can flood the planet, or a possible bug in the PTRs or the betas where floods happen. We've seen it before. We've actually seen it numerous times where entire regions are underwater. And it looks legit because it's underwater, but it's just it's kind of a simple bug where stuff can be flooded. So don't believe what you see. I know that covering that sort of stuff is fun, but I wouldn't buy into it. Let's see. Is there anything that I wanted to do while I am in this area? I'm still kind of bummed that the cosmetic rewards that we've gotten so far, we haven't we haven't seen the wooden shield, unless I missed it. Let me double check. Nope, do not see a ghetto looking, horde looking shield. Damn it. I really want to see that. Okay, I wouldn't call the Queen a villain per se. It was a semi-sound military move, messed up, but she did cut off their ability to get resources out there. I'm more talking about like the nuance that Sylvanas was using when she was confronting the Alliance leadership. And because remember, there she was, just kind of chilling on the chair, just kind of lounging, doing her thing, and just talking smack. It's a lot of things. There's a lot of ways that we can interpret that. It's her acting like a villain, which I decided to say. It's her stalling for time, which very much could be it too. It might have taken time to set up that whole explosion thing that had happened underneath, within the Undercity itself. So she was just kind of baiting them in, stalling for time, doing that sort of thing. It would have been hard to see a new orphan walking into the home. Oh, look at this, something that would be harder on the bug. But no, I'm not sure. I don't know if I should really go as far as to say that Sylvanas is becoming a villain. She's definitely acting unilaterally, making decisions that, like for example, Bane and Sarafan, that they don't agree with. At the same time, though, it's her city. In the end, she can do with it what she wants. Most everyone by that point has probably evacuated. I do find it interesting that there are more corpses down there than I thought, and I didn't get. And unfortunately, well, maybe I'll just go down there again. I didn't see that there is a lot of Horde corpses that were raised. I just saw a bunch of Alliance ones, but I'm just gonna take a look. Why not? I'm going. Orc leaders lose wars. I think Sarfang did a pretty decent job with what's it called? The War in the Sands, Scarab War. I forget what it's called, but you know what I'm talking about. All right, let's look for some. Let's look for some NPCs, shall we? Let's go to Brill. Hi, Brill. All right, so there's a gnome. Okay. And there's a rogue. Not what I'm looking for, but yeah, I see. Oh nope, that's a doggy, a level 21 doggy. Oh, poor demon dogs. They're gonna get jacked up here. Yeah, I'm not seeing very many. Not seeing very many corpses, but the few that I am seeing, I have yet to see a Horde soldier. And I can't get too close. Oh, it hurts! Ah! What about down there? Shit, I gotta look. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. Okay, those don't look like Horde. So I'm not seeing very many. Undead at all. And I don't see any Horde ones. So it's only a few of them, at least. At least it's not a lot of them. That's cool. I do find it interesting that there's just like continual fighting that's going on down here. I think that's pretty neat. And why is this guy trying to kill me? I'm just trying to fly around innocently, man. There are yeah. There are. I'm just looking for ones that are just walking around. That's all. Let's see. With no real troll leader, the only person who would voice opposition is Sarfang in the event till now. I think Rokan is the. Oh, that's a big guy. Ah, there we go. Yeah, for the Horde. Anyway, Poliolis, what's up? How you doing? Actually, I might need to like run to the John in a second, but let me read some more chat. She's been literally trying to keep Bane out of the loop. She let him end the Druid's lead efforts to see the wound in Silithus. I believe Bane knows what's going on. In the Elegy and a Good War text, or actually in the Good War text, it's heavily implied that Bane knows what the plan is. That Sarfang is he basically knows Sarfang's plan to take Teldrassil. So he's not totally out of the loop. All right, Mondo. I'll message you once I get a glance at what's going on. But yeah, Priolis, and to everyone else who's joining me today. Hope everyone's having a good time. We just finished through the Battle for Lordaeron scenario. Right now, I'm just kind of roaming around, looking for trouble, and just admiring the work. This is glorious. I do wonder about the aftermath. How long is the Undercity going to be in this kind of state? Like perpetually? I don't know. One thing's for sure though. This Scorched Earth, Sylvanas didn't do this, and it's not of much consequence either. I just find it interesting that everything here is burnt out. Kind of interesting. I mean, from shore to all the way to the end, everything's dead. Everything's dead. And I do find it funny that let's make sure that this is actually here. I mean, maybe this entire stretch here is meant to kind of tell the tale of what had happened before we got to the playable part of the scenario. That the Horde have been fighting, that they've been, fighting the Alliance all the way up to like the gates of the Undercity, and then here they are. And here's some ghetto-looking artillery. Oh, the ships are gone. Interesting. Help me out, folks, because this is something I do not know. Were there ships here in the beginning of the Alliance version of the Battle for Lordaeron scenario? Are there ships back here? Because in the beta there were. So I find that a little bit interesting that the ships aren't there. Because when I first saw them, I was like, wait, Alliance have a pretty healthy looking navy from the looks of it. But of course, they had to get here somehow, some way. They had to get all these resources here and build all this stuff. So clearly, they spent a lot of resources trying to get here. Now that the scenario is over, it seems pretty logical that these ships wouldn't be here. But I'm just curious as to whether or not those ships are there during the scenario. At some point, Sylvanas might use Bane to spread some disinformation to the Alliance. She's been toying with him, keeping him close, but she is not blind to his friendship with Anduin. You know, Brahma, I think you're right. I think that Bane is going to attempt to contact Anduin again. To, he might be the one that stages the whole revolution against Sylvanas if that ever becomes a thing. And I do wonder how that's going to factor in with what Saurfang wants to do or doesn't want to do. But it makes me look down on Saurfang too. It makes it now. It's hard to look down on him as well because he's done so much for the Horde. He's been a part of it. He's been around. But for him to leave when things go south this time around, it doesn't seem right. It doesn't make me think very highly of him. I guess that's the word. Oh, look at that paladin. Yay. He's surveying his kill. checking out his good work. Well, yeah, there is a chance that Bane could talk with Anduin again. However, Bane did try to speak with Anduin covertly, and he was caught. So I don't know if Bane is going to make that kind of risk or not. If one thing is for sure, we've seen that Sylvanas' Horde does a pretty good job at spy work. They do a pretty good job of deceiving the Alliance, evading them, using them to their advantage, and otherwise having strong counterintelligence. So I'm not sure if Bane is going to want to take that kind of risk, because if he does, he's going to risk her wrath. And it wouldn't just be him that's punished, it would be his people. So it kind of puts Bane in a tough spot. I think a lot of Horde leaders will start to work Sylvanas, but then someone like Jaina will do something on the level of Teldrassil, and the Horde leaders will have to reconsider things. I do wonder, like, is the Alliance going to do anything bad, or are they, are they going to be like the halo wearing good guys this entire time? It wouldn't feel right, because this is war, and in war there's a lot of dirty shit that happens. That's what makes me that's what makes me not very sold on how Saurfang was behaving. That in the battlefield, it's a melee. Think of a really fierce melee, the things that we've seen in movies. Maybe this is a bad example, but I'm trying to run with this thought. Think of like those crazy melees where everyone's just swinging a weapon and they kill somebody over and over again. You're trying to watch each other's back, and I think that's all Saurfang did, was just trying to watch each other's back. The whole thing about, oh, this was like a one-on-one duel, no one said that. No, you didn't see 50 Horde and 50 Alliance making a circle around Saurfang and around Sylvanas and Malfurion, and they were like dueling it out one-on-one. You didn't see, that's not what was going on. This is a battlefield where fighting is happening all over the place. It's crazy. And in that sort of crazy melee, if you see one of your comrades about to get killed by someone and you have an opportunity to save them, what do? Do you let them die and then tell yourself it was the honorable thing to let them die? Fuck that. I would rather. I want to be saved. You're crazy, man. Like the fight between Sylvanas and Nelfrion, it wasn't that of honor. They were trying to straight up kill each other. They weren't trying to defeat each other. They wanted each other dead. They wanted to stop each other from going any further. There was no honor to be satisfied in that moment, and yet Sarafang is trying to inject his ideologies. He's trying to project his ideologies on things that aren't compatible with that. That's how I'm seeing it, and maybe we can't really get over the idea of what Sylvanas is trying to do, and she's an evil bitch, and we can't get over it. But that's just kind of how I see it. At least I hope we're not forced to siding with the. At least I hope we're not forced into siding with the anti-Sylvanas part of the. Yeah, well, remember, Scoreballs, this is a story that we ride. Parts of the story are going to happen whether we want it to or not. So the whole thing with like the Darkspear Revolution, maybe people were against it, maybe people were pro Garrosh, but the story was written and we got what we got. Let's see. Let me get that out. I am gonna run to the John really quick. I just need like a few minutes. If you guys could ever forgive me for that. But yeah, I'll be back in a few minutes. So that was fun. Okay. All right. So let me look at some more chat stuff because these are some fun conversations. So Daniel says, so Blizzard is even in the odds, screwing both leaders. Sylvanas is a psychopath and Anduin is a moron. Which is worse will be the question. That's a dubious opinion, Daniel. I have a feeling that there are a number of people that would disagree with you, but they are painting themselves in certain lights. But the story has yet to be the story has yet to be finished. There's a lot more story to tell. Maybe Bane or Starfang is trying to work with Anduin to overthrow her, but because of the event, they realize that even if they disagree with their methods, she may have been right about peace with the Alliance. Live another day. Feel me? I'm gonna use Zakan's powerful words against people who are anti-Sylvanas. Live another day. Live another day. She willfully killed Horde members with plague during the battle. It reminds me of King Edward Longshank's tactics in Braveheart. Yes, she did. There's no there's no going around that. Yeah, she killed her own people. But I gotta wonder if Sylvanas had the know-how and the ability to call upon spirits of the dead, bring them all together, and create her own smart death wall that will only kill members of the Alliance and not kill Horde, then she would use that too. She used ghetto-ass green wall shit to stop and otherwise to otherwise stall the Alliance advance. That's really all it was. She used what she had. Malfurion had cooler, better technology. Created over thousands and thousands of years using the spirits of his ancestors. So in a way, yeah, it's equally lethal, right? It's just that Sylvanas' method is not, is less advanced. Obviously, that's all I see it as. But it's no less. It's no less of what it is, a defensive measure. So let's see. Your things are bugging. Back in Mist, Lothamar almost defected to the Alliance until Jaina killed off all the bottoms in Dalaran. I think if they did that, you can call the story actually Mortal Grade because it gives players both sides of the story and it lets you choose how you feel. Unfortunately, Warcraft isn't a sandboxy story. It's not our own story. We have to ride things out and play our part, unfortunately. I'm kind of looking forward to the internal conflict that'll happen between the Bane Horde and the Sylvanas Horde. I don't think we're quite there yet with having open conflict or like another Horde civil war. Not yet. We might get there, but at least we're not there at the moment. Buy some stuff. Alright. How good is Sylvanas' spy network to know exactly how Saurfang feels? She was hitting it with jabs that were relevant to Old Soldier, which happens right before the battle. She even railed in him in the cinema. Illyria saying, I should have killed you to Sylvanas. I wonder if that means she will listen to the whispers now. Ooh, that's an interesting one, Raymond. That does make me kind of wonder. Is she going to... Or is Illyria going to at least kind of consider some of the whispers? Like if the whispers point out, hey, there's an opportunity. We can do some real damage and do some bad shit. All right, let me see if I can get this TSM shit to work. I just want to look for sallow pigment. Let's see how well this thing works out. No, this is not what I want. I want to look at the crafting. Swear, this thing with TSM is like kind of lame. Okay, search groups. No, I want to search for like something else. Damn it. No, I'm not searching by groups. Not favorite searches, recent searches. Okay, filter shopping, advanced item search. I can't use TSM anymore. This is like impossible. I'm just trying to shop for stuff. Come on. Because I want to do the crafting. And so it should show me not just sallow, but the things that make sallow. See, this is why I didn't mention TSM in my recommended add-ons thing, because as it is right now, it is more infuriating than anything. God. And I wasn't expecting Jaina or Illyria, so he would have lost that fight if it wasn't for the lucky, unplanned help. Yeah, I agree. Having all the Alliance leaders walk in to a small area like that was tactically unsound. It was very overconfident of Anduin and the leadership too, to all be running in there. It's like, why didn't you send in a whole bunch of soldiers first to say what's up to Sylvanas? That alone would have not exactly ruined Sylvanas' plans, because she would have nuked the Undercity anyway. But the idea that that Anduin was just like, oh yeah, let's all go in and do our victory lap. Nope. Nope, anything but that. I think we're gonna go to Ulduar. Let's go to Ulduar, because Ulduar is fun. She plays them all like fiddles, says Rotmal. I think Sylvanas is arguably, when it comes to tactics, smarter than them. I mean, she lured a bunch of Alliance in. She killed a bunch of dudes. She did sacrifice a good number of people, of Horde members. Let's see. I'm going to Storm Peaks. She did sacrifice, but she's also that you can see that two ways. One, wow, that's evil. Two, she's willing to sacrifice in order to meet her objectives. It's a very, very unfortunate thing in war, but sometimes in order to meet those objectives, there are going to be like those calculated losses that no one likes to hear, especially if they're part of that calculation, but it happens, unfortunately. If you think of a video game, if you think of it just in terms of a video game, which this is, by the way, if you need to sacrifice certain units in order to get other units by, then that's what you do. Sometimes in like strategy games of that sort, a valid strategy is to sacrifice some of your lesser units or some of your more hardy units in order to get to your objective. Otherwise, you might have to build up forces and go through like this long slog, and it's going to take too long, and so on and so forth. So it's kind of the same thing. As long as we keep it in the context of a video game, that is. I'm not sure that Civil War will happen, says Priolis, but I'm not as good as I'd like on the new lore. But has she actually done something against the Horde? There's the whole thing about sacrificing them and getting them blighted and otherwise killed. But no, not directly. She might have doomed the Horde because she's the one that started this war, or that instigated starting this war. But as for directly, like, hey, I'm going to sacrifice a bunch of orcs because it's fun. No, that's not something that she's done. Zach says, let's try this again. Let's see if my message is fixed. Enjoy the vids. First time catching you. Hey, Zach. How did you enjoy the battle? Personally, I've never felt more invested in my faction until now. I think, Zach, that is what Blizzard was going for. Getting people to dig their heels in and become a real, like as you say, become really invested into their faction. It's like, oh, I've never felt more proud to be Horde or Alliance in my life. And part of what sells that feeling is, unfortunately, great atrocity and dramatic stuff. If the War of Thorns was nothing more than a little bit of skirmishing in Ashenvale, would we still feel the same way that we do now? If Teldrassil never burned, if it was just like a couple of NPCs killing, if it was just a couple of throwaway NPCs killing each other and nothing more than that, would we feel invested on this idea of the battle for Azeroth? I would argue no, that it would be a war without teeth. Theramore, unfortunately, while it was like really tragic, there wasn't a real aftermath of that. There was no like big retaliation. If anything, the retaliation came in the form of a book, which some people didn't read. Because we got to see this happen in game, that's where we feel a lot more invested into it. Divine Bell gives Anduin a false tact. His feelings are guided, and he has little experience. He is the underdog and very limited. Something to point out, Rotmal, is that I failed to mention in yesterday's video is that there is no mention of the Divine Bell or his injury at all throughout the Elegy book. Now, this isn't exactly an Anduin story. We just see a little bit of a reaction from him. But I do find it a little bit interesting that there's no mention of it. So as far as we know, the Divine Bella has had no influence on the decisions that Anduin decided to take. Although they weren't exactly controversial decisions either. Do you make war based on the tactical advice that you're given or not? He decided to deploy the forces the way that he did. I don't think there's anything controversial or morally dubious about it that would prompt the injuries of the bell to do anything. Whether these injuries are just a benign thing, simply an injury, or if it's some sort of influence. So, what's the alternative add-on to Garrison Mission Commander? Order Hall Commander is what I noticed, but I haven't seen whether or not it's going to work with the Battle for Azeroth missions, unfortunately. So I basically don't know. I don't know if it's going to work. I'm tempted to do another add-on video in the next couple weeks, and I'm going to focus entirely on add-ons that are not part of the Leatrix and the LVY suite, just so I can get people to shut up. I know I'm being a little snarky with that one, but it's a there were a lot of helpful comments in that video where I feature a bunch of different add-ons that you can possibly use to help out your gameplay. But one of the more common things I saw was, well, you could just use LVY and that'll solve all your problems. I'm so smart. So maybe I'll try to find a suite of, maybe I'll try to find individual add-ons that, and straight up put in the title, these are things that are not part of LVY. Try these out, see if you like them, see if they suck, and see what you think. For the Horde, baby. I do agree that some people think Sylvanas is doing isn't right. My point making is that she is by definition a psychopath and Anduin a moron. There are certain things about Warcraft, the story, that we just can't get over. Remember, it's a game. It's a video game. There are certain nuances that we will not see, because otherwise the Battle for Lordaeron would be a campaign that takes months and months and months. There would be political conflicts all over the place. The story would just move very slow. For the purpose of just getting the story going, there's moments of there are going to be moments that we're going to look at and we're going to be like, wow, that's quite brash of them to be nice, or just straight up stupid. What the hell were they thinking? That stuff's going to happen, and I don't think we can get away from that. And I think I prefer, I'm fine with this as opposed to having the story of Warcraft be too human in its thinking. But I see what you mean. I see what you mean, Daniel. As for her being a psychopath, it's something that's difficult for us to understand because banshees aren't real. Undead, as far as we know, are not real. But you gotta, the perspective that I try to understand when it comes to Sylvanas is, imagine someone who looks at life and has no value in it at all because she's undead. She doesn't have to be alive in order to lead the Horde, in order to do the things that she has been doing ever since she became a banshee. So she loses that bit of empathy, which is kind of important because, it's being alive. That's kind of a big deal, right? But for her to not have that, I think that's the core of that's a big core of her character. Maybe that makes her a psychopath, but maybe being undead just gives you that sort of mindset. And there's no way that we as normal people in real life can ever understand that. They're really evening the odds for some in faction drama. It's just fun. And it's all good, Daniel. I used LVI for a long time. My current custom UI is way better. I mean, I'm sure that like I have LVI installed because I wanted to take a look at it, and then after I got through the whole installation thing, I was like, okay, I'm done. This is the UI is way too small, and yet I was kind of being nitpicky of it already. But you can customize the UI however the heck you want. I like knowing what I'm installing. That part helps. LVI is a great solution for people that want to use it, but like I said, I like knowing what I get. And there are things that LVI just doesn't have. Unless LVI has a version of all the things, then I guess I'm wrong. So correct me if I'm wrong. but I just like some of the deliveries of these add-ons, and I don't need an all... I'm an old player. I've been doing this for a while, and I don't need an all-in-one solution when I already have my own solution. So that's the perspective that I'm coming from. So there. Anyway, so today is going to be a bit shorter of a stream overall because I'm way behind on video stuff. So I'm going to get through Lordaeron and just kind of go from there. I might stop after that. I might not. We'll see. I'm sure somebody has an all the things skin for LVY. Well, that's the thing though. Yeah, cool. There's an all the things skin for LVY, but is it? It's not LVY. Know what I mean? For the Alliance. Fair enough, Wesley. It's all good. I'm totally down for, you know, anyone that wants to express some faction pride. There was a comment that I saw, I think this morning, where someone had compared the Horde to, I think, black people, saying, oh, you know, the Horde are like black people. They just use like the race card whenever they feel oppressed. I'm like, dude, this is not the place for it, man. So I hope that particular person either edited their comment or otherwise will, you know, keep their shit together. Like I said in some earlier stream, it's the dumbest reason to get banned from the channel. You know, don't try to be a smart ass and, you know, inject racism into this. Jesus, man. I like all the things the way it is. Move it wherever the hell I feel like it. Close it if I want to. Well, whatever. Me, not a big deal. People use whatever, I could care less, but saying LVY doesn't have all the things, nothing stops you from running it as well. Yeah, like, I'm trying to think, there's like because unfortunately, I burden myself by reading like every comment ever that I see that's directed towards me. So people are like, oh, you don't need any of this stuff, just install LVI. I'm like, you know, this add-on video is for people who actually what I find more funny are comments saying, well, when someone clicks on the video to make a comment to say, I don't use any add-ons. God, why do you need add-ons? You guys are so dependent, blah, blah, blah. And then they start talking from their pedestal. And I'm thinking to myself, why did you click this video? Why are you watching this? Are you just here to preach it? If you just wanted to preach it, make your own video and talk about how much you look down on people that use add-ons. It feels... Well, I appreciate you clicking and commenting and all that. People making racist comments rarely ever have their shit together. Yeah. I mean, people are just looking to troll, and I don't mind trolling too much, but when you try to add shit like that in there, I ain't gonna have that. I don't. And this person, like, they comment a lot, and I appreciate them like participating in conversations and everything. But you start shit like that, you're gone, dude. I'm not gonna put up with that. You know, saying fucking so racist and all that. Add-ons more like bad. Ooh, I like that, Finn. And what's funny is that those commenters that were deriding add-ons and calling them like, oh God, you guys are so dependent on add-ons for this and this. I'm like, dude, I don't mind having a big swirly thing, or, you know, a big glowy thing as my mouse cursor so that I can see where my mouse cursor is. To me, that's helpful. Having something like all the things that tracks all the stuff that I don't have, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, if you want to look down on other add-ons like raid assist add-ons, DBM, and all that sort of stuff, cool. You know, go ahead and talk your smack about it. But sometimes I just want to have like my button layout to look a little better. Sometimes I want a little bit of customization. Sometimes I do want to look at meters and I want to look at my performance. I don't consider that to be like a thing that plays the game for me. Gosh, guys, why are you making me be so defensive? Racist comments are like the most pathetic way to troll MO. Yeah, it's just bad. It's just bad taste. You can criticize like that particular person could have criticized any sort of way, the same way, but adding racism to it is like giving up. It's like giving up on trying to talk with any measure of wit or intelligence, I guess I would say. So yeah, I'll talk smack on my own viewers and commenters if they're talking racist. Yeah, no mercy from me. Any good add-on to track all the BFA quests, like if you want to finish the zone without tapping back and forth between Wowhead and in-game. You might need to specify a little bit, Finn, but at least the current, the way the current quest UI, while it's not, you know, what I would consider perfect, it is going to do a pretty good job of highlighting quests that are important to you. So like you can see right here, not much. But eventually, yeah, actually let me make this guy bigger. Eventually what at the top of this quest, at the top of this right hand bar, you're going to see like a thing on top that gives you an idea of where you're at on the BFA war campaign. And then of course there are things that are like tabbed together by zone and all that, and then you'll be able to organize yourself that way. So that's meant to help a little bit. I'm not sure if that's the solution that you're looking for, but that's just kind of an idea of what is built in to the game. See, Zach says, I'm Horde and I have no problem with the Alliance. Can't have a superior faction when you're the only one. We need the lesser Alliance faction to claim superiority. Nice bit of nice little jab you got in there, Zach. Appreciate it. Gotta say, Blizzard is doing a good job of keeping people talking about the events transpiring. Agree or disagree with the motivations of the characters. The interest is there. That's the money. Ruin Saga, Blizzard won. They're getting people to talk about the World of Warcraft. Not just the gameplay, not just, oh my god, it's LFR, or oh my god, Uldir and Kultras and Zandalar. It's smack talk. It's getting people riled up about Horde and Alliance. The thing that I'm nervous about is whether or not they can keep up this pace, and what's going to happen from here. Is it going to be a race of spectacle? I would be turned off by that if we only ended up seeing, going forward, one atrocity after another. At some point, just like the escalating story and starting from our roots down here and going up to motherfucking space, we got to take a break. And I'm hoping that the pacing of the story, thanks to folks like Robert Brooks, Christy Golden, the other writers at Blizzard, that they are that they're conscious of that, and that they're able to walk things back a little bit, tone things down, to give players a little bit of breathing room in between now and the next terrible thing that's going to shake up Azeroth. Let's see, if you don't open up your combat log text file at the end of raid night and manually enter the information to a Google Doc, then you're a scrub. I think I was joking about like last week. Hey, that'd be cool if WoW can be run with only voice commands. You know, attack, Avenger Shield, consecrate. I mean consecration. God, if that was a thing. Sylvanas lacks empathy, little tact. Her ability to guess her enemy's behavior is entirely based off experience. Anduin has less experience and more tact. Starting versus tact, she will underestimate him. They're underestimating each other. According to the books that we read yesterday, she underestimated the tenacity and the willpower of the Alliance. Now that said, this is kind of a book spoiler, not really, because you guys already know what happened. Sylvanas was banking on, if she did capture Teldrassil, that the Alliance would crack under the weight of political drama. What do we do about Teldrassil? Do we save it? Do we not? Cool, we'll save them. Hey, what about Gilneas? Hey, what about the Draenei? over at Azure Mist Isle, and she was banking on that sort of turmoil to happen. There was an exchange between Gengraimane and Anduin that's not going to happen, because despite everything that my people in Gilneas went through, I want to see the people of Teldrassil be saved. This is before this is before the end of the War of Thorns. And that helps to dispel what Sylvanas' plans were, even if she did go through with what she wanted to do. But at the same time, those are just words. It's simply one exchange between Anduin and Gen. What's going to happen if Teldrassil really was captured? Malfurion really was killed? How long would that resolve last? Would it last at all? Would the other faction leaders have something to immediately say? Would they be able to hold out for a little bit longer? Those are answers that we're never going to ever find out. But it's interesting. It's definitely interesting to think about. And but at the same time, this kind of goes back to Sylvanas underestimating the will of the Alliance. That said, the Alliance to underestimate the tactics of Sylvanas. She's able to outmaneuver them in most cases. She did so in the War of Thorns, thanks to with Saurfang's help. She was able to, here in the Battle for Lordaeron, luring people in, knowing that all of Undercity was a trap made to just make the Alliance bleed for nothing. So Sylvanas, set this up knowing that she was going to lose the Undercity. That's why there's bombs and all that stuff all over the place. I mean, maybe there's a chance that she'd win, but she was definitely prepared to lose. Let's see, BT Dub Quest should do what you're looking for. Cool. Anton also has strong tacticians on his side, such as Tyrande. Yeah, I agree. It's just that when it came to counterintelligence, the Horde definitely pulled one over on the Alliance that time. Do I think Cthulhu will return in a future patch? I mean, he's basically taking a bath in Azerites. It seems so. It seems like it would definitely make sense. So if Blizzard decided to revisit Cthulhu, it wouldn't surprise me one bit. I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah. I figured this was going to happen because of the reason that you say. It could be because he's taking a bath in Azerites. It could just be because it could be, Cthulhu fed off some of the evil energies that Sargeras' sword was putting out until the sword's energies was sucked out by the artifact weapons. So it could go a number of different ways, and I would accept all of it. All right, it's a matter if she's able to willing to lend aid under her duress with Malfurion. Elora has also has to have learned a lot. She was the only one who sensed something awry at all in the throne room. Did she? I didn't notice that. I guess I missed that from the cinematic. John asked if I'm going on Twitch. No, I'm not going to be going on Twitch today because I was hanging out so long over here that I might as well just stay here today. Tomorrow's going to be business as semi-usual over on Twitch. I'm probably going to have to really do something about, once again, I'm like going back and forth between platforms, and I really need to make a decision on it. I mean, I feel really bad because I know that going over to Twitch means I really need to double check my time slots. Because at least time slot wise, I seem to be more successful with YouTube than Twitch, but I don't like not being able to listen to like any music at all. It's kind of a bummer, but we'll just have to see. Let's see. I honestly wouldn't mind seeing a small Trial of Valor sized raid where we fight Cthulhu. Don't take my word for it. I didn't look into this information very much at all, but I believe there's going to be some sort of mini raid that has something to do with like a siege of Zuldazar, the main Horde zone. Kind of like there was like a Siege of Borealis dungeon, that there's going to be some sort of Horde equivalent that comes in the form of a raid. I don't know if that's really going to happen. Like I said, I didn't really look at the predictions on that, but that could be a thing. Oh yeah, I have to That's right. Click the thing. The Cthulhu angle sounds fun. I'm kind of like looking forward to seeing if Shard will be able to raise the Black Empire or something like that. I'm not as at least the way the Black Empire sold itself before, the Black Empire was like a big, slow-moving organization. It didn't just pop up all of a sudden. I don't expect an entire city to appear and suddenly be like, oh, here's the Black Empire. Ta-da! We've always been around. We've just been biding our time. I don't buy that. I can definitely see, you know, agents of the old gods and all that stuff come back. But the Black Empire, no. I don't think the Black Empire is going to be like as big of a thing as we think, even though I could be very wrong about that. But I could still definitely see like a big presence from the old gods coming back. N'Zoth will be a thing. Cthulhu might be a thing, or we might see all of them. Although, remember, the old gods didn't exactly work together. They weren't bro-fists. They didn't really like each other. They acted, for the most part, they seem to have acted independently. She looks up a second in the alcove, but then refocuses on Sylvanas. Oh, is that it? I'm not too convinced of that, because otherwise Illyria would have called for them to retreat like right away. Do you think the boy was screaming at Illyria again in the throne room? Can't tell if looking up. Oh, you know, that could be it too. It could be like a hidden thing that we don't quite know about, where the whispers were telling Illyria, "Get out," or something like that. But if anything, they were probably telling Illyria, "Take the shot. Just, you know, why are you guys talking? Just shoot her in the face, like right now." I have a feeling that that's what the whispers were telling her. Maybe someone moved around and said no. I thought the bombs were already set, so I'm not sure about that. Is at a place to expect a void spellbook for mages, being that the Nightborn class is around now? A void spellbook? That I'm not sure about. I mean, I would definitely expect something like that to a void spellbook. I would expect that to be a Locust Walker sort of thing. Meanwhile, zombie is bread inside. Bread. Okay. Let's see. So today I do have some video stuff planned. It's going to be fun stuff. And it's going to be scary because this is experimental stuff that I'm doing. So I don't know if this video is going to be ready today. It's going to be a trailer for the Battle for Azeroth. It's a parody. It's going to be like it's quite literally an honest trailer for World of Warcraft. I'm copying the format. I hope I don't get copyright struck for it, but I'm gonna try it, and it'll hopefully be fun. I really hope it is, because this one it took a lot of it took a good bit of work to write up. It's gonna be a lot of work for me to edit and really put together, but I hope that people like it whenever I get this thing out, because I'm on a deadline. I gotta get this thing out like tomorrow, I think, at the latest is what I'm shooting for. We'll see though. When Jaina first appeared on the boats, I yelled, "It's the Flying Dutchman!" I loved that boat scene. That thing looked like sweet. Like I was saying earlier, that dude, Jaina Proudmoore, almost looked sexy doing it. I stand by that. She looked like a badass. She saved the day. No doubt. She saved the day. If it wasn't for her, the Battle for Lordaeron would not have gone in the Alliance's favor at all. They would have risked being wiped the fuck out. So I wonder, what if they did? What if they did, like, just straight up lose and they all got killed? That's it. That's like the end of the Battle for Azeroth, pretty much. which would be quite unfortunate for the Alliance. Knowing that when they start their expansion experience, it's them being freakishly poisoned and dying, and shortly after it ends, and then it's a expansion all about the Horde. Like, that's it. That'd be super sad. Where's that one thing? Auto sell? Because auto sell works now, so I'm gonna go back to using it again. I just need to find it. Alright. Let's see. I have to have the green fire on my lock. Never can have enough fel green. Nope, not anywhere near enough after this expansion. Oh, I wonder how Mr. T feels about the whole situation. I mean, he's not off. Oh God. I know he's alive. That's about it. All right. See, once again, it's only selling the stuff that I wanted to sell. Go, add-ons. Yay! Anyway, let's get back to work. Anyone else notice the data mine cutscenes had gobos spreading the blight, but everyone doing it in the real version are for stinking. As I recall, actually, Zombie, I don't remember seeing anyone but Forsaken doing it. Afterwards, this I don't remember too well. Maybe I should like replay this. Afterwards, I remember seeing like Torrent had masks, and like there were like a number of other NPCs that were not just Forsaken that were wearing gas masks and doing their thing. But it was largely Forsaken that are spreading the blight. Had fun throwing Night Elf Mohawk remains at people. Yeah, you know, they should bring it back as like a micro holiday. I don't see why not. Come on, Blizzard. Have a little bit of fun. God. If they didn't expire, I would still have a... That's right, they did expire, huh? Because I was thinking to myself just now, I wonder if I still have any in my bags. I doubt it. Which reminds me, clean out my damn bags. Ah, it's good. There's a lot of prep, folks. We got less than a week left until the battle for goddamn Azeroth begins, and I got a lot to do. I got Guild Bank to clean up and liquidate. I've got my own bags that I need to clean up, and my bank to clear out. You know, get rid of some of that old gear that I don't give a shit about no more. I'm probably gonna take all my legendaries that I know I'm not gonna be using while I level, and throw it into void storage. I think that's the only solution I can think of. Just put it into void storage and forget about it. Those are relics of the past now. So I gotta say my goodbyes. Any news on when the last or newest Ashara Warbringers drops? Not sure. Not sure. All I can do is refresh the WoW page and see if there's anything. Nope. Nope. I felt good to spray a lance in the face like that. Yeah, I mean, you saw me in Scoreballs. I was the spear. I was right up front for the Horde, man. I just wanted to get through the scenario quick. If I was like my Holy Pally, then or if I was like Holy Spec, I'm like, okay, I'll heal people. I'll be a good boy. I'll hang back, and I like that. At least there was that tiny bit of agency that Blizzard gives to players as to whether or not they want to embrace, fuck the Alliance, I'm gonna gas all these mothers, or if I just want to heal people and play my part as a, not exactly a non-combatant, but a more honorable member of the Horde. I have a feeling that the word honor is going to be so abused. Well, okay, I think it already is, but we're hearing it so much, I'm getting pretty tired of it. Typical Sylvanas lover, tired of hearing about honor, but it feels like it's being overplayed. There's too much, I think there's too much talk about it, and yeah, I'm not... Let's see, it felt good to march through the leveled crater that was once called Brill. I feel bad for Brill. Because just like Lordaeron, just like Lordaeron Village that was, lit up, it was leveled. And but I guess I feel worse for Brill because, at least as far as we've seen, there's no cinematic for Brill. There's no text, there's no written account of what happened in Brill. We just don't know. and I'd like to find out at some point. Was everyone in Brill killed? Was Brill evacuated? Because it's right there. It's right next to the Undercity, so I don't see why Sylvanas wouldn't have otherwise evacuated Brill sooner. So I guess I'll go with that. I'm a hoarder. I still have a head of Onyxia and such in some of my bag. Well, I think isn't that easy to get though? Like you're able to easily get like additional ones. There are some things that I still have. Like I still have a haunted memento. I think that's still worth money actually. But I remember I had like a number of those, I believe. I'll feel worse for Brill than I feel for Teldrassil. Just because my fear. So, you know, mine too. I have at least successfully done all the starting zones at one point, except for the allied races. I haven't done all of those, but I've done them all, and I like the atmosphere of Tears Fall Glades. It's easy on the eyes. It's nice and dim, not too bright. Kind of fits my style. This is coming from a blood elf, right? This is coming from Blood Elf Main, who starts off in a place where the sun never sets. Ever. Hey! This thing knocked me back. How rude. Alright. Give me that stuff, man. Anyway. If we all know what happened to Brill, Sylvanas slaughtered all of them and burned into the ground before the Alliance got there, so her archers can have a better view. Yes! Sylvanas strapped C4 to every citizen of Brill, and as the Alliance got close, the people of Brill, they're like, oh my god, help us, please! And the Alliance is like, oh, what's wrong, people of Brill? God, you guys are gross, what's wrong? And then they all blow up. That's definitely what Sylvanas did. Oh, you still have Bijos? Ooh. Okay, that's old. Okay, there's that, and there is... What else is there? There's the Bijous, and there's the... I don't know how to pronounce that, by the way, so... If I butchered it... Oh, well. Oh, hey! Greaves of the something something. Go me. Did I get them all? I got them all. Yeah, I got them all. Yay! Is there ever nighttime in Quathalas? No. It's the eternal sun something. I forgot how it goes. It is nighttime in the Ghostlands. Yes. Undead Master Race. You still have that trinket from Netherwing. Is that the riding crop? Is that what you're talking about? I have stuff from Vanilla in my banks for sure. I don't think I have much stuff from Vanilla. There's only like 2 tunes that I really did like at least even some endgame stuff on. Yeah, I'll need to like find them. How do they sleep? I don't know. I think they're just used to it. I think they're just accustomed to it. They don't sleep, they do their hair unconsciously. They just kind of stand in front of a mirror and then they just kind of close their eyes and, you know, work their shit. Stare at themselves. I mean, hell, looking at them, heck, their eyes are freaking glowing. So, yeah, there is no such thing as nighttime for them. There's always light in their eyes. Yeah, the whole thing about the eternal sun, that only really happens in Silver Moon. Ghostlands, not so much. Does anyone else have like 1 billion Halloween wands in their banks? Okay, that I don't have. Some things I do dump. Because I'm like, okay, I'm not going to keep all the holiday shit. I used to have like a whole bunch of like, you know, the green hats and some of the other holiday stuff, and then once I actually started to go through my bags, and I'm like, okay, what am I thinking? I gotta get rid of some of this garbage and all that. Let's see, John says, MO, I think though with the Zendalai rep from the old raid should have a head start from on BFA Zendalai rep, less work. I don't think it's gonna be like work, to be honest. Like as far as it looks, the whole thing with look at the Magheart. How do we get the Magheart as an allied race? Play the game, do all the stuff. Basically, if you're going for Pathfinder, which I trust that many are going to go for, you're gonna have no problems getting access to the Magheart. Zendalai trolls, not so much. I'm guessing that in order to get to them, you gotta get exalted with them. But as long as you're doing, you know, just world quests and stuff and hunting for crap, then you're fine. I don't think it's gonna be a big deal. I know that there are those who disagree with me, but the way I feel about at least like getting Pathfinder and all that, it's so automatic that it doesn't feel like work. Did the quest on both my lock and my mage, and right now I'm feeling my mage a little bit more damage. Are you talking about the Battle for Lordaeron scenario? Because then I would say definitely like being a warlock and all that AoE. Oh, so good. Get off me. Damn, Stain. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. Madness this. Oh, I'm so slow though. Wow! Does it hurt, boy? Does it hurt? God damn it, stop slowing me down. Alright. I have a buttload of Halloween and anniversary ones. Oh man. I don't have the space. I definitely don't have the space for that. I don't have the I'm not organized enough to have that kind of space. That's for sure. Alright, die thing. There we go. Where's the chest? There it is. Exciting to hit the ground running with profession this expansion. Always been terrible at making gold with mountain farm and sell, but everyone will be fighting for those mobs. Sweet screams. My suggestion, if you're a gatherer, like you're gonna win. Early any expansion, gatherers win the day. Come on, something good. What I get? I got no mount. I got a pet. I got no transmog. I have illusions that I already have. Bummer. Oh my god. And yeah, I already have pets. Pet. Anything else? Any other pets? Nope. So maybe I'll do one more raid. Skinning. Skinning's gonna be good. Yeah, I'm curious about the cooking stuff. I find that to be an interesting take, that that cooking materials are going to be at least meat. You know, meat and stuff, cooking materials. It's going to be a Skinner sort of thing. You know, fishing is still fishing, but I do find that to be kind of interesting, a little bit unsettling. Let's see, what's a quick raid that I can do that I haven't really... Oh, you know, I know what I haven't done in like a while. I haven't done like some dragon stuff. All right, let me get out of here. I haven't gone to a Obsidian Sanctum in a long ass time. I haven't done Onyxia in forever, so I think I'll drop by and do that stuff real quick. This isn't... Well, it's over, Hiruma. God, you're so late. Why didn't you come sooner? How you doing, man? I'm gonna take a flight point to Wormrest house, temple, whatever. You just woke up. You missed the party, man. Battle for Azeroth is over. We won, man. We won. Okay, we didn't win, but you know, whatever. Well, you've added the before stinky from my continent. Time to unsub for a week since I'm broke and I have to wait a few days. You're living your death immediately after you mate. You know, miners, I would say, have like a little bit of an advantage when it comes to warfronts. They'll be able to finish a miner. Will be able to carry a warfront really quick. So if you have alts that happen to be miners, you know, definitely utilize those because you can get through a warfront pretty quick. All you have to do is just keep mining stuff, keep turning in those resources, beef up your army and your buildings real quick. You'll definitely put them on the fast track. Argue it was a fair conviction. It wasn't. I think for Sylvanas, like, she planned to quote lose. You know, she knew that she was going to lose the Undercity, and at least by the time we get to the start of the Battle for Lordaeron scenario, she is wrapping up the last of the evacuations, I think. Because she got most everyone out, I think. Because once they got everyone out, that's when the Horde engaged the Alliance outside. See, Crab's gonna be leveling your druid just for the sake of mining an urban, and I'll still have no clue how to play. Hey, you know what, Crab? I'm right there too. I barely know a damn thing about my druid, but I herb the shit out of like everything. So, ooh, world quest, boop. Take care of that real quick. Easy sauce. Out of coffee. Oh my god. Tragic. It's not good. Yeah, today I was at the gym, like, not longer than normal, but I think I was working a little bit harder than normal, so I'm trying not to feel too stiff. As soon as Sylvanas burned the tree, it was like, yeah, pretty much, Hiru. Like, we don't know what the time frame is exactly, because we know that the War of Thorns, that takes over the course, like, the war itself takes, like, I think, like a week, like a number of days, but the preparation for it took, like I think, like more than a week, you know, a number of weeks or so of misinformation and things like that, and fooling the Alliance into going one direction when the Horde is going in another one. But the time frame when it comes to them attacking the Undercity, I think, you know, it was like, okay, it totally makes sense that the Alliance is going to go for Undercity. So she started evacuations like immediately. Do you think she's going to be a boss after seeing it today? She could be. Shit, anyone can be a boss. Anduin can be a boss. Hell, you can get a raid together. You can fight her right now, and she's considered a boss. As for her being like a plot point, someone that we're going to defeat or even kill, it's too soon to tell. It's easy to assume, yes, but I think it's easy to be wrong too. It's just a matter of how poorly is she going to manage this war too. Is it going to be, you know, is she going to commit more atrocities? What more is going to happen between the Horde and Alliance? Is there going to be a Horde civil war again? If there is, okay, then that's what it's going to be. But I would say that at least at the moment, while she is not acting quote honorably, she is still acting, in my opinion, she's still acting in the interests of the Horde as a whole. She's working at the long-term survival of the Horde, even if that means using Blight, even if that means sacrificing her capital, you know, the home that she made for herself and her people, even if that means killing some of her own soldiers with Blight. She's still looking at what seems to be the long-term survival of the Horde. If she wasn't, then she would have done worse things much sooner. What would the next warfront be? I have a feeling that wherever it is, it's going to be in... it might be... I think it's going to be in Kalimdor. I think it's going to be in Kalimdor. because I don't know, I'm not entirely sold on the idea of the first Warfront being in Arathi anyway, except for say the possible advance into Silvermoon. Even then, though, I think that the next Warfront would make sense if it was in Kalimdor. Part of what I think is going to help illustrate that are the missions that we see. There are tons of different missions, of course. There's a mission table and all that stuff. Part of that is going to kind of illustrate what's going on elsewhere in Azeroth with regards to the war, because the war isn't just happening in Kul'Daras and Zandalar. There's going to be battles going on all over the place, and we as Horde or Alliance champions, we're going to be sending people to places. So that'll be a little bit interesting to see. And I think that's going to eventually illustrate what sort of Warfront we're going to go to next, or at least it'll kind of clue us in. I think the Warfront has been data mined to happen in Southern Barrens. It could be, but I'm not going to insist one way or another. I'm not going to presume yet. It's data mine stuff. I try not to comment on that stuff too much, at least not until it's testable. But as for speculating, yeah, if it's a Southern Barrens, cool. But Southern Barrens seems kind of, isn't Southern Barrens held mostly by the Alliance right now anyway? I would like a Dustwallow Marsh or a Tanaris. I wonder what's the strategic reason for that spot, and why am I attacking these guys? I don't need to attack these guys. Or these guys, damn it! Baron's Warfront has pieces of Mulgore and Dustwallow in it. Oh, so it might be like an assault on Mulgore. That'd be interesting.
They cannot be allowed to succeed.
Okay, oh, there we go. That's where I gotta go. Takes place with a big ditch. Okay. Well, we'll just have to see how it goes. I'm still curious about how they're going to handle like multiple Warfronts. Is there going to be like 2 gathering dailies, or is one Warfront going to shut down, or is it just going to rotate on a fixed schedule after the second Warfront opens? I can kind of see the latter, where once Warfront number 2 opens up, Warfront number 1, as in Arathi Highlands, that's just going to be on like a 5-day rotation. It's just going to be fixed like that forever. There's no gathering. The gathering is going to be strictly for the new Warfront, because otherwise you'll have like all these different dailies to turn in, which is like great for people who want to fast track their rep, but it'd be kind of a pain in the butt too, I think. Let's see, good Warfront would be Dire Maul in Fairless. Dire Maul Horde base versus Alliance base. Oh, you know, that wouldn't be that bad. That wouldn't be so bad. It would be really dense though. Fairless is a very small spot, so I don't know how effective that would be. Of course, they do do a lot of work with kind of rebuilding Arathi Basin to help things make sense, so they could do the same thing here too. Wow, this thing's living a lot longer than I thought. Beware the shadow. Okay, cool. Hey, I got something. Nice. Alright, and now I'll do Obsidian Sanctum, and I think that'll be it for me today. Like I said, I'm going to make this a little bit shorter of a stream, especially with me just hanging out on YouTube today. But I want to, I gotta get some work done, folks. Honor means nothing to a court. Maybe you don't care if your people die as long as it's honorable, but to me, the Horde is worth saving. Where is the lie, though? I don't want to buy into, like, the whispers of the old gods. I don't like using it as a prophecy. It's kind of a turnoff. Like, I've said numerous times that the old gods are, like, to me, the biggest turnoff that you can get, narrative-wise. Because you get folks that are stuck with, ooh, these whispers, the 3 lies, the boy king serves at the master's table, and you keep going back to that as if it has to be fulfilled. Just because someone says something crazy doesn't necessarily mean it has to happen. Not everything is foreshadow. Varimathras talking about Sylvanas, maybe he's just talking smack. It could be as what some predict. It could be like it could be the harbinger of worse things to come, with a great betrayal by Sylvanas. Or it could just be the ravings of a guy who's been, of a Dreadlord who's been tortured again and again and again, and has gone quite crazy. The ramblings of, I think his name is Ogmot, that one ogre dude. The ravings of Ogmot the Mad might just be the ravings of Ogmot the Mad, because, you know, he's mad. And it could be absolutely nothing more than that. So I think that's also an important perspective to soak in. That's maybe all this stuff doesn't mean much. Especially when you do all these whispers and stuff and then you end up dying. What I get? What I got? I got stuff. Okay. Dragon Blood, Leggards, chestplate of something something. Do I have this mount? I do have that mount. Damn it. Of course I'll have that mount. You know what? I'll do one more raid. Now that it comes to mind. I'm gonna go to Onyxia's lair. Yeah. How much you want to bet Sylvanas keeps a diary full of edgy little excerpts and black roses pressed between the pages? You know, you know, Villain's got to practice somehow. She's probably standing in front of a mirror, trying to put on her best pose and all that, doing her hair a little bit, making herself look good, right before she commits to like whatever evil dastardly line that she rehearsed over and over again. And remember, you're a faction leader. It kind of goes without saying that you're fairly charismatic and that you're able to spit out some pretty witty lines without too much trouble. You wouldn't want me as a faction leader. Me saying and stuttering and all that shit way too much and repeating myself, mumbling. No, you don't want me. Sylvanas' Irons will go. You know me. Yes, I was actually thinking about that episode of Overlord when talking about Sylvanas just now. Which reminds me, as another piece of important business, is there a new episode today? There better be. Yes, there is. So, I know what I'm going to be doing right after this. I'm going to have lunch, and I'm going to watch Overlord, relax, and prepare myself for some more video action. So I could be the new faction leader that is a bit quirky. I would say that Gallywix fits the bill more than anything. He would be, because he's unique. He is not motivated by honor, obviously. He's motivated by survival. He's selfish, admittedly selfish, but at the same time, that makes him honest too, doesn't it? Wouldn't that make Gallywix, you know, yeah, cool, he's predictable, but kind of reliable too? He's in it for his self-interest, survival, and profit. As long as it's profitable, then we're good. Surviving is profitable because when you die, you don't make anything. So I think that with that kind of mindset in place, Gallywix wouldn't be so bad of a war chief. He has a very weird personality, and I would very much argue that he doesn't inspire loyalty at all. So that would be like the big thing that makes him not worthy of the mantle of war chief. But I think that, like, kind of like Garrosh, Sylvanas is playing the part. This isn't a peace chief that we're looking for. This is the motherfucking war chief. And Sylvanas is wearing that mantle. She's sporting that shit to the fullest. Gallywix is like Quark from DS9. I like Quark, though. And I like DS9. Shit. Gallic would seek peace for the Alliance because cannonballs are expensive. See, Gallic would make a very complicated leader because his leadership style, like I said, it wouldn't inspire anything with the other races, even his own, because of how transactional it is. But Gallic would, I would say, negotiate for peace, because what helps the world prosper? Trade. If you're able to trade, then that's like good. Having healthy trade is great. The absolute annihilation of your enemies, cool, my enemies are dead, but what if I can make money off of them instead? And otherwise prevent all of us from killing each other. So in that sense, Galliwix wouldn't be that bad of a leader. But again, this is Warcraft. This isn't political craft. It just wouldn't work here. How do you pay rent on a smelly leather tent? They're goblins, man. They got ways. They got ways. He's not above enslaving his own people. I don't think it's enslavement. I thought it's more like indentured servitude. He would make a very dystopian horde. A very dystopian society where, you know, everything is transactional. Everyone's in debt. That's right, I'm the war chief. You're in debt to me, is what he'd say. Something like that. I don't know. There's quite a few people going for Onyxia right now. What's going on? I'm just trying to sell stuff. Let's get rid of some of this tier right quick. Alright. Good enough. Indentured servitude is slavery with a different name. It's all semantics. I'm just saying what he would call it. You're right, it is just semantics. But that's what Galliwix would call it. It's like, no, you're in a contract for 1,000 years. All you gotta do is pay this off, you can buy your way out. But remember, there's interest. If Galliwix was war chief, he wouldn't want all peace. He would certainly use the Horde to eliminate the other powerful cartels. To eliminate, yeah. That's who Galliwix's enemies would be. Either absolute world threats that he can't negotiate with, so like Deathwing, he wouldn't be able to negotiate with him, I don't think. And rivals, other trade princes that are trying to get in on the action. I think he would definitely do that. But otherwise, he wouldn't mind. I don't think he would mind getting along with the Alliance as long as there are agreements in place where he comes out on top. If he can mitigate as much loss away from him. Oh god, this DPM thing still runs? Sheesh. But yeah, it could be like that.
I don't see enough dogs. More dogs now.
Okay.
Throw more dogs.
Sam, what you want to be about? Gallic says someone employed to wipe out the sweat from his gross toad neck bulge. You think that he would develop the technology? He should be able to develop the fucking DBM. You think he'd be able to develop the technology in order to prevent that from happening? Oh yeah. Anything? Nope. Nothing. Galliwix might make the Steam Little Goblins to join the... Oh, that would be interesting. The add-on for Onyxia, I think that's just DBM that does it. I think it's just DBM that does a custom thing for it. I think. You know, you're right, Zombie. He would just have someone do it. You know, low tech. Low tech, easily replaceable, cheap. Labor's always cheap. Alright. Your DBM doesn't... Yeah, I don't know what it is. I know I have like a number of things running, but not too much stuff. Yeah, I think it's DBM that does it, because nothing else that I have. I know I have a lot of add-ons installed, but I'm not running a lot of add-ons right now, so I'm not sure. It could be a module. Let me see. Let me see inside DBM. Where are you, Deadly Boss Mods? CD. Okay. DBM Onyxia. Alright, let me see. It's Battle for Azeroth. I think it should be Wrath. Wrath, the Lich King, Onyxia's Lair. Onyxia, okay. There we go. Yeah, it is DBM. Plays some funny sounds from a legendary classic Onyxia raid. So, yeah, it's part of DBM. So Sylvanas surprise attacks the city while the army is away for half the battle and barely manages to win at the end. She loses her own city like nothing when she knows that it's coming. Well, that's the thing. Like, she knew that it was coming, so she could either. I talked about this months and months ago, where it's like, okay, what does Sylvanas do about Undercity? She knows the Alliance is coming, so how do you play that out? She can either hold on to the city for as long as she can and throw the Horde away, kind of, in order to defend it. There would be huge losses, there could be potentially huge losses on both sides. And there's that. So it would just be like, one more battle. And there's the chance that she could lose. There could be some sort of miracle that happens, such as, Jaina coming in and sort of saving the day. Or she could make the Alliance bleed by not having by resisting as long as she can. But as the Alliance get close, she can unleash hell upon them, such as using the Blight, such as detonating the Undercity. Because remember, at the end of the day, the Alliance failed in their objective. The Alliance's objective was to take out Sylvanas and take back the Undercity, take back Lordaeron for the Alliance, and they failed. They totally, utterly failed to do so. Sure, it made Sylvanas look bad, made her look like an asshole and whatever, but effectively, this was a battle that Sylvanas lost on her own terms, if that makes sense. If she was prepared to win, then she wouldn't have armed all of the Undercity with explosives and blights ready to blow things up. That's the way that I saw it as soon as this scenario was data mined. So it's at the very least dubious for her to have gone this route. To say it's bad leadership is a little bit questionable. It's going to take hindsight. It's going to take, we're going to have to find out by the end of this war if Sylvanas made the right call with pretty much sacrificing her own capital. If anything, it kind of tells the Horde that she's serious. She's serious about waging this war, and she's willing to sacrifice her own capital in order to prolong this war and make sure that in the long term that she wins. She pulls an Arthas on the shrubbery. Now she gives up her city instead of defending it. Sarfang would let the Horde die there. Yeah, that's the thing. Like I'm down with scoreballs. Like if Sarfang had his way, or if Sarfang was running that, then everyone would have been. Then the Undercity would have been lost, and everyone there would have been captured. They would have fought, or they might have fought to the last. So in the end, everyone would have been either captured or killed or whatever. But at least we have our honor, woo, and all that. Once again, thanks Blizz for favoring the Horde. This is going to be a long conflict. I'll say Lely. I'll go with Lely. This is going to be a long conflict. It's an expansion. we're gonna be doing this for like at least a year and some change. So we don't know what kind of back and forth we're going to see. There's much more story to be told. Hell, the story has just begun. Damn, Vodaf, I'm loving for the Heritage Armor at level 50 right now. Alright, so I think I'm gonna wrap things up for today. I know that this stream is a little bit shorter than normal, but like I said, I got a lot of work to do and I got Overlord to watch, so there's that. But I want to thank everyone for joining me this morning for this whole battle for Azeroth, for the battle for Lordaeron scenario. For Zach joining me today to watch that stuff. It was a lot of fun to do and a lot of fun to react to these awesome cinematics. The hype is there. It's up. It's high. I'm just like, even this morning as I was like, doing my workout, I was like, Battle for Lordaeron. Today, this is it. Oh, I'm going to get so pumped. And it delivered very well. So that's my take on it. And I hope you guys enjoyed it too. So I'll see you guys tonight. I'm going to be doing the raid stream. I'm going to be hanging out with the raid. We're going to be doing like a grand tour of the Legion raids. We're just going to bum rush through them, maybe on normal or heroic mode. I don't know. Whatever we need the transmog for. But it'll be like an easy week. We're going to drink. We're going to have some fun, I hope. And that'll be it. So I'll see you guys around for the next thing that I do. But until then, stay safe, stay happy, and as always, please stay breezy.